Yo, what up? Good to see y'all. How you doing? Junior, good to see you, dog. Darkray, I thought you were a DJ. Yeah, my bad. It's just a video, just to get things set up because I have to like link up all my stuff in OBS. So yeah. But Korean dude are good. Good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for being first. How's your Sunday going? How's your Sunday going too, Darkray and Junior? How y'all feeling? Hope you're having a dope Sunday so far. Yeah, I gotta count. I have to count. I ordered a bunch of new Groovy the Galaxy front CDs, but the thing I'm a little curious on is that I always order like about 100 to 200, but I think they're giving me way more than that. So I want to like count them to be like, are my costs actually way lower than I thought? But yeah. And Korean Judah says, Junior says I'm doing great. Glad to hear. Korean Judah says I got a DS Lite today. Hey, that's sick. Now I can hunt both. Sick. Did you get like an R4 or anything like that? Or are you doing like actual cartridges, Pokemon cartridges? And Darkray, good. Glad to hear you're doing good. Junior, working with dad's boat. That's sick, dude. That's cool. Your dad has a boat. Like, are you on like a lake right now? Or are you just like working on the, what's it called? On the boat. Skyer says, yo, what up? What up, Skyer? Good to see you. How you doing? Speaking of DSs, how's your 3DS going, Skyer? Any new games you've been trying out or anything? And Darkray says you head out to Los Angeles for Yoitoki. Dude, I wish. Yeah, honestly, my car just broke down. I just got it fixed, so I'm kind of like only going to LA for like family stuff right now. Just because if my car broke down, I'd be so screwed like in my life. So yeah, but Yoitoki, they haven't asked me to play in a minute, low key. So if they were hit me up to play, I'd be listening down to drive down if they, you know what I mean? If they would hit me up. But yeah, but I do miss Yoitoki. Yoitoki's super sick. I love all the Yoitoki homies. Five. And Junior says it's on the lake. It's on a lift though. Let me get this all organized. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6. Cool. But it's on a lake. It's on a lift though. I have to pump out all the oil and it's taking forever. Oh dang. That's wild. Yeah, getting all the oil out probably takes a minute. Is it like you have to like plug it in and all that? Because the pump sucks. Oh yeah, duh, you just said, okay. Yeah, dude, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear the pump sucks. And are you like doing like an oil change on the boat? Do boats need oil changes or is it like the gas when you say oil, Junior? And Darkray says, bro, they're coming to Los Angeles in October. That's sick, dude. Yeah. No, I used to live in LA. I used to go to all Yoitokis. But it's just I'm in Phoenix now, so I can't get over there. Especially because I'm like spending all my money on Monster Tape 1 right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of my life right now is Monster Tape 1, so just I literally couldn't afford to go out there all the way from Phoenix, like in terms of doing a trip and stuff. But I appreciate you like wanting me to pull up though. You have to hit me up to play a show. I mean, like, then I could probably afford it, but as of right now, I gotta get my money in order. But Skyer says I'm doing good. Just been playing Animal Crossing New Leaf, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Oh, I miss Mystery Dungeon, dude. I don't know. I feel like I remember getting both the Game Boy Advance and the DS version when it like Mystery Dungeon first dropped. It's a good game, but I never really got it as a kid. I tried doing it like as an adult, and like it's weird because I can recognize Mystery Dungeon such a good game. I just can't really ever get into it. Do you ever have games like that where you're like, I can tell this game is dope, it's just not for me? You know what I mean? I wish it was though. And Animal Crossing New Leaf, that's a certified hood classic, dude. But like Korean Druid says, Fire Red and Emerald cartridges, one of my GBS, one on the DS Lite. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, sick, dude. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, have you seen the videos of like people having like 6 DSs and they have like one button to just like soft reset all of them at the same time so they can shiny hunt faster? That's like super crazy to me. To me, I don't know. How do you, actually Korean Duder, since you're here, can I ask you a question? One thing is I used to shiny hunt too, and then one day I kind of realized like, after like spending more time in the community and stuff and going to like local tournaments, so many people will just like action replay and stuff like that, or like they'll like hack in, or they'll do like funny like hacks just to get the Pokemon they're shiny hunting for. Well, and that kind of like ruined the fun for me. And so when I see like people still using legit cartridges, but then they have like some custom soft reset set up, I'm like, at that point, use an action replay? What do you think of that, Korean Duder? How you feel about that take? But what do you think? Because that's kind of how you know what I mean? But yeah. And the Junior says it's a manual pump. Oh, it's manual? Dude, Junior, you're about to get ripped, dude. You're about to get ripped if it's manual. You have to do it twice, get some water out. Dang, so this is like 1/2. Damn, well, good luck, dude. Dude, you're probably gonna get so buff. I mean, I could even see your icon right here. You are flexing, so that's probably why you're pumping. You're probably just like, fuck. Yeah, I mean, dude. I mean, that's pretty cool, though. You know what I mean? And Korean Dude says, I use my hands like a man. Fuck auto turbo controllers. I feel that. Yeah, so is it more just like the process? Like you enjoy the journey of shiny hunting? So, you know what I mean? That's sick. Like, what else could you be doing? Like drugs? You know what I mean? Like, might as well shiny hunt. It's a lot more productive and like good for your health. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I think about too. Is like some people are like, oh, I can't believe you're like sit all day watching around anime. It's like, what else could I be doing? Meth? You know what I mean? Like, leave me alone. You know what I mean? So I don't know why I went straight there, but yeah. Oh, so I'm gonna tell a bunch of stories. I went Salt River tubing. I'm gonna tell all those stories, but I want to wait a little bit longer for people to pull up. In the meantime, as of right now, I'm just gonna keep counting these like it's just the paper on the inside of Groovy Galaxy. Because if they're sending me more than, because like every time they send me like, I order like a bunch, but they'll order like send me like the fattest stack. And I'm like, dude, there's no way this is only how many I ordered. So I'm gonna at least attempt to figure out like how much of a deal are they actually throwing me. Which on one hand I'm like super grateful for, but on the other hand I'm like, my numbers. You know what I mean? My numbers are incorrect. I like my engineer brain is like, no. So it's like I gotta solve this for once and for all. But Skyr says, I mean, I kind of get it, at least for older games like Gen 3 and earlier, because at least nowadays there's more in-game tools to help with shiny hunting that don't require hacking and all that. Yeah, I feel you on that, Skyr, yeah. Yeah, that is true. I haven't played a Pokemon game in a while, but I know they made things like EV training, IVs, like way easier to identify, because back in the day you had to like do so much to like understand what was actually going on. So yeah, I feel you on that. And Skyr says, especially since you can get some Pokemon you can't get some Pokemon anymore. Oh my god. I can't speak English. Especially because you can't get some Pokemon on those games legit being exclusive. Oh yeah. I'm sorry it was so hard for me to say, but I know what you mean. Like I remember Manaphy was event exclusive, and like Celebi was for a hot second. Skyr, are you old enough to, do you remember going to Toys R Us and stuff and going to get like event exclusive games? I remember going to get like event exclusive like Animal Crossing items at Toys R Us back in the day. Those are so fun. Because I don't know, as a kid, like, I don't know, growing in the 90s, it was still kind of like super nerdy to be in the game. So I remember like being like, oh wow, like an in-person gaming thing? That's crazy. I don't know. Like, so yeah. Or like, I remember I went to like a Dragon Quest 9. Oh, I probably should tell that story. But I mean, I'll tell it right now. But hey, let me get through chat, and then I want to tell a story about in-person events. I already told you my Dragon Quest 9 story. That was super sick. But Junior says, how much do the CD cases cost per unit? So it depends on how much I can order at once. And that's like low key. I mean, keeping it real. That's why when I do the free CD, it's free plus shipping. The shipping, keeping it real, it's a little higher just because it's like keeping it real. I have some friends will do it for $5, but I'm like, dude, don't do it that cheap, because like, who knows? Maybe the government will change and then everything costs way more all of a sudden. Because for as long as I've been doing this, it's happened multiple times. Sometimes twice in 1 year, where like something happens in the world and it's like, boom, like now it costs me way more to go to the post office just because of the gas prices. I mean, anyways, so the actual and another reason I'm bringing it up is just because it depends on how many I'm selling. Because if I'm selling a lot, then I can order bigger. Like there's been some months where I sold like 1,000 of the CDs and I can order like 1,000 at once, and it's like, boom, we're good. You know what I mean? But some months it's a bit slower. So yeah, Junior, it's a really, I'm not trying to dodge the question. I'm gonna tell you right now, but it really wildly depends. But I think the jewel case just itself without the CD, the disc, without anything else, I think costs like 80 cents. So like almost $1 if I'm not mistaken. for just the little plastic jewel case, I might actually switch over to Digipacks. We were talking about it last time. I think, to your point, Sky, I remember you were like, I don't like it when I get like surprise Digipacks, which is valid. And you were like, maybe make it an option. I think what I'm gonna do, Sky, is I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna do it. Because I low-key, well, my whole, this is super random, but my whole app that, like, you know, when you try to get the free CD and stuff like that, when you get to the checkout, I think I'm gonna just make it clear, like, if you get only the free CD, it'll be a Digipack, but then it'll like switch over. I'll try to like make it more clear, and then if anyone's like says anything, I'll just mail you the jewel case, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna try that. So I'm gonna try to, I guess, in a weird way, I'm gonna be like Digipack by default, and I'll send you a free jewel case if someone's like, no, I wanted a jewel case. Which, to be valid, that's valid. You do. So I'm gonna see how many people like, you know, are like, no. So yeah, because a lot of times people are just like, hey man, I just needed this for like I just got my first car in college, and I just want something for the CD player. Like, some people don't mind as much, but I know we're like, us here are like real music fans. So you know what I mean, like for real music fans. So I think we care more than the average person. I'm about to find out. Anyways, so yeah, Junior, for just the plastic, without anything else in it, is about 70 cents, 70 to 80 cents. The cheapest I can get, I think, is like 60. But if I order smaller, like, you know, if I order only like 50 at a time, it'd be like $1 each. So it's like, so yeah. So anyways, Creator says, the only thing I can think of is in your self-event items, not the mons themselves, but just the tickets. Like Ace is technically the most way to get those. Yeah. No, I feel that, Korean Duder. Yeah, I think if you get just the tickets, you make a good point that like then it's like a little more legit. But yeah, because then you can still do the shiny hunting and like capture it yourself. But that's the thing, is that I guess like I mean, it's like many things in life. I guess the original, you know, the question, I guess my brain, where it's working from, if it means anything, is just like, where do people draw the line in the shiny hunting community? I mean, because I feel like everyone in the shiny hunting community has to draw the line somewhere, right? You know, like the old meme that's like, where do you draw the line when it comes to eating animals for like vegan people? And like some people were like, right here. Like very clearly right here. You know what I mean? But I feel like there is like a, where do you draw the line shiny hunting? Which is, I don't know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know, I'm rambling. Sky says, never been to a Toys R Us to my knowledge. I think back when they were around, the nearest one was like 2 or 3 hour drive. Yeah, because you're kind of like more in like a old folks area, I remember. I mean, you know, I was asking just because you never know, man. Maybe the old folks people are like, you know what, I need me a yo-yo right now, dude. I'm retired. Time to start learning how to yo-yo, you know? Not messing around. But yeah. But I know, you know, Toys R Us, Best Buy. But yeah, mostly I remember Nintendo doing most of them are doing Toys R Us back in the day. But it's all good, yeah. I mean, honestly, Sky, a lot of times it was just like, at least in my experience, I remember there was one with a Mew event, and like there was like a guy with just a link cable, and he was just like, here you go. It was like some grown man. Then like usually they work for like event marketing companies, so it's like literally I think nowadays, but you can, one of my I know I'm rambling. All we do is ramble. But when I was doing shows in LA, the guy who owned the venue was like, oh, you're looking for like some side money? He's like, dude, go on Craigslist and look up marketing events. Since you know marketing, they'll probably put you way up high on the list, and they'll just give you like $300 to spend like 4 hours at some like random company mixer event just talking about some random product and giving out samples. So they just give you like a 10-minute briefing before, and like you just give out samples the whole time. So I think that's what Nintendo would do. Like, if you can tell, it was like be some random dude which is like, hey, like all you gotta do is walk up to these kids, give them a Mew, and then tell them to leave you alone. And that's what, you know what I mean? So that's really what they were. They weren't like, oh my god, like Miyamoto showed up and told me like all of my answer, let me make a video game. There was nothing like cool like that. But you did get a Mew though. That was pretty sick. But if Junior says, have you played the new Subnautica yet? I have not. I haven't played games for a little bit. I've actually been doing nothing more outdoorsy stuff, which I'm gonna talk about after I break down this Dragon Quest IX thing. It's in the title of the stream. My bad if anyone's like, you said you were talking about tubing. But yeah. But I haven't yet. To be honest, keeping it real, Junior. Keeping it real. I don't like scary stuff. Like I'm the kind of person that's like, if my girlfriend was like, or you know, if I was dating someone right now and they were like, oh, like we should watch a scary movie, I'd be like, no, we should not. Hell no. You would hit up your gay best friend, because nah, dude, I can't do it. I'll protect you in real life, but no, I can't handle these scary movies. So yeah. So, and I bring that up because Subnautica, it's like, you know, it's a lot of it's just like you're like swimming underwater and all of a sudden like a giant eel comes. You're like, oh, what the? Yeah, I can't handle that, dude. I can't handle that. I could barely handle Minecraft spiders. I'm not gonna lie to you. So yeah. But Cherry Cola, good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for all the dancing emojis. Glad you were liking the music. How's your oh my god, how's your Sunday going, Cherry Cola? Junior says that's nice. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, so speaking of in-person events, yeah, I think when I was like 12 or 13, my buddies, like, I don't know if you guys ever played Dragon Quest 9, Sentinels of the Starry Skies. It was like a Dragon Quest game that came out for 3DS, but it was super sick because you could do co-op. You know, it's like a turn-based RPG where you can have co-op. So it was like, I'd never seen that before, and like I remember playing it with my like childhood best friend. And so I remember I had an event for it, and yeah, I was at Best Buy, and I remember like, even though I was 12, I was like the most like sociable person there. And like a bunch of like pretty much just like college kids showed up, and I was like 12-year-old me, like, I love Dragon Quest. And going back to the whole like Nintendo would just hire a random marketing guy. So yeah, Nintendo I guess hired some random Best Buy marketing rep. And I remember he was like this like larger like black dude, and he was super sick. And he was very much like a like, I don't know, he was very classy. He was like, yo, what's up, guys? Here to learn about Dragon Quest? I don't know, I'd never seen someone talk about Dragon Quest with so much swag in my life. And then so everyone was like super shy. But I was like, yo guys, like, you guys want to trade whatever items or whatever? And I was the one that kind of like kicked off people being social. Like, so much so, some of the college kids were like, yo, you want to grab a beer after this? And I was like, I'm 12. They're like, what the fuck? Why? How are you 12? You know what I mean? Yeah, my buddy's parents took me, but it was a good time. And I don't know, one thing that's always like gonna be burned into my brain is I remember at some point we were having like a really nerdy discussion about the 3DS XL because it just come out, and they were all like, yeah, I want to get one, but like, because I want the bigger screen, but like it doesn't fit in my pocket. Like, what am I supposed to do? And like, this is the larger black dude. He was like larger. He had big pants, so he was like, "What y'all mean? It's in my pocket." And like, and he just did like the coolest, like, boom, drops it in and was like, "Y'all should get one." You know, he was doing marketing, but I was just like, dude, I'd never been more sold on anything in my life. You know what I mean? I don't know. He never made being big so cool, dude. I don't know. Anyways, that was my Dragon Quest 9 event story. I like going to video game events. They're hella funny. You get stories like that. But Junior says, that's nice. I feel you on the, you know, being scared. I just try to laugh instead of being scared. Yeah, I can't laugh through it, dude. I'll just be like, I don't know, I'm just like, nope, I'm good. I just force quit. Control delete. Force quit. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm good, dude. So yeah. Cherry Cola says, I'm doing good. Glad to hear you're doing good. Every time I see Enderman Minecraft, I leave the server despite being my favorite mob. I feel you on that, Cherry Cola. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Stuff like that. Like, it just, I don't know. It gets me. It gets me. Yeah, I think Endermans are kind of creepy. Because I started playing Minecraft before Endermans were a thing. But even I remember playing it once with Endermans, and I was like, what the hell? So yeah. They like teleport. It's like, ah. So yeah. But Junior says, just wear big jeans. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thankfully, I don't know. I end up growing into a big guy, so I think I can fit a 3DS XL in my pockets. Because I got, you know, I got big pockets, so I'm a big dude. So yeah. So I end up being like that guy I was looking up to when I was like 12. But yeah. Cherry Cola with the emotes. Thank you, Cherry Cola. Hell yeah. But yeah. How I guess it's been like 20 minutes. All right, cool. Let me tell you all about tubing. So I told you all I would. So pretty much what was super sick is yesterday. There's a thing, since I live in Arizona. Oh, Cherry Cola says, I'm dumb enough to forget not to look at them. Oh, yeah. No, because same. Like, I know not to look at them, Cherry Cola, Enderman. But yeah, sometimes I'm just like, what are they doing over there? And I just forget. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, yesterday, so I went Salt River tubing, because in Arizona it's like a thing you can do out here. And I'd never gone, because I just moved to Arizona like a year ago. And my homies are like, yeah, it's super dope. It's like a giant lazy river. You just hang out with the homies, drink beers or whatever. And I don't really drink, but you know, like drink whatever and just hang out, talk, and you float down the river together. I was like, oh, that's super sick. You know what I mean? It sounds like a good time. It's like a real life, because they have lazy rivers at like water parks. I've been to water parks for lazy rivers, but I was like, dang, this is like real life lazy river. That's crazy. So yeah, but I found out you had to wake up at 7 in the morning because it's so hot. You have to like go hella early, or else like you'll get destroyed. We still got destroyed, so that's like one thing that's gonna happen. But because like the sun, it just beats on you the whole time. So if you were to go at like noon, like good luck, dude. Anyways, so yeah, so we all pulled up. It was a good time, and like what was sick is that all my buddies like are from Phoenix, so they got a bunch of tubes that connect to one another. So we made like one giant like circle tube that we could all like with our own chairs and stuff, and it was a super good time. But like the thing is, the river I guess was like super low, so it went super slow. Dude, we were stuck in that river for like 5 hours just floating down for the whole 5 hours. And they said it was like a lazy river, but dude, it was not lazy. There was parts where like there's actual like low-key rapids where like at some point it's like, all right, y'all, like lift up, you know, like try to like lift your butt out of the chair, like lay flat, like plank on the tube, because the rapids, like essentially they get rapidy because there's like sharp rocks that like just stab you in your tailbone. So you have to like, when the rapids are coming up, you have to like plank on them, and then you're like, it's like you're on like a Disneyland ride. It's crazy. Yeah, it was a super good time. But yeah, I'm so sunburned right now. It's like ridiculous how sunburned I am. I didn't even know I can get this sunburned. So yeah, tubing is like 100% super dope time. I'm probably gonna try to go one more time during the summer, but the only thing that sucks for me is that because my sleep schedule is so messed up with like music and stuff, just because of how much I work. What's it called? I mean, not how much I work, but like, yeah, actually, it's how much I work. I like wake up at like 1 p.m. every day. Wake up at 7 was rough. That was so hard. I only slept like 4 hours the night before. I like pretty much slept for 4 hours, did the tubing, came back home, and slept for another 4 hours. But yeah, that's how tubing. I would recommend. And there's even people that like flew in from North Dakota just to go, and I was like, yeah, this kind of is worth flying in for. But yeah. Anyways, let me see what chat's saying. That's the story I want to tell for the title of the stream. But yeah, Cherry Cole says Endermen are kind of, and I'm gonna hydrate. They're kind of cute when you leave them alone. They just like carrying. Yeah, exactly, Cherry Cole. That's the thing I get stuck looking at them too, because I'm like, oh, look at them. And Junior says, I play Minecraft so many times, I never finish it. Usually get too bored to continue. Yeah, I feel you on that, Junior, because it is yeah, I've like created so many different worlds and stuff on Minecraft. At a certain point, I feel like I've done so much Minecraft. Like I've put in like probably at least 100 hours into Minecraft. I'm sure some people like spent their whole lives in Minecraft, but you know, I mean, for me, at a certain point, I was like, okay, you know what I mean? Eventually I was like, I gotta live let me Minecraft my real life. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Junior said they were tubing on a lake near you last weekend. Oh, sick. I was so sorry because my friend was gunning the whole time. Yeah, that is one thing, is that like, I don't know, you could like go a little faster, but it's just our river right now is super low, so it just went. Like my buddy said normally it would take 2 hours, but it took double the time because it was just moving so slow. So it took us like 4 to 5. We were out there for a minute. Like we were supposed to be done by like noon. We weren't done till like 2, 3 p.m. So that's why we got extra sunburnt. So we were just sun way longer than we expected. But that chick was so damn, yeah. Yeah, I was wondering if it would show up on stream, but it doesn't look like it's going to show up that well. Oh, you can kind of see it. I don't know if you can see like the red right here. You can kind of see it on stream, but like that's my chest sunburn. Like pure red. So yeah. But Logan, dude, good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. And I guess real quick, Logan says, Loki had a fire weekend when skating. Then, dude, that's sick. You skate, dude. I feel like Logan, we do all the same stuff, dude. I played Minecraft on a premium keyboard in my library in my house. Because why not? The guy who had the room let me. Oh, sick, dude. Roller skating. I don't know how to skateboard. Oh, okay. No, but still, like, roller skating's dope. I can't roller skate, but that's sick. You're roller skating, dude. That's such a like Miami thing to do. That's dope. So yeah. Cherry says they're just socially awkward. Yeah, they are. And Junior also says Endermen are just shy. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they're just, you know, a little shy. But Cherry Cola says, "Oh goodness, did you put on sunscreen?" Yeah, Cherry Cola. I've never put on so much sunscreen in my life because I I live in there, so because normally like in California, I'd be like, I'll go swimming. I don't really need sunscreen because I'm a little melanated. You know what I mean? I'm melanated. I usually can get by, but I knew something in Arizona. I was like, oh yeah, let me not play. I applied a ton of sunscreen over my entire body, and a couple times I even reapplied while we were on the river. To be honest, I probably should have reapplied more. But because my friends were like, "You'll pass me sunscreen," I probably put on like maybe reapplied once or twice while sitting down. But it still got me. I got all my buddies. All of us got sunburned. Because again, we just were out there way longer than we expected. So yeah. So my buddies wanted to do the entire river. I noticed that people were getting off like early and stuff because they were just like, yeah. But yeah. And I guess like the extra strat is that they do have like a little like bus system thing where oh maybe it is 200 they gave me. Oh okay. Well, that's good to know. But yeah, there's like a little bus system, so like you can get off at any exit and take the bus to go back up to the top where you parked. But the thing is, the bus costs like a bunch of money apparently. What people will do is they'll have two friends bring cars, and someone parks at the bottom, someone parks at the top. And when you're done, you have your friend take the other friend up the mountain to go get the car, and you both drive back down to pick up all the stuff, and then you go home to save money. But yeah. Wait, no, this is like 250, okay. But yeah, Logan, one of my manufacturers keeps giving me like double, or I guess probably like 50% or 25% more than what I order. So he send me like a ton of overs. I'm trying to like understand how much overs they're sending me so I can recalculate all my like cost of goods. You would know. You also do music business. But Logan says, Miami's just so ingrained in my heart. Most of Miami do at least one of the things I do. The one I've seen the most is having short usernames. Oh, that's cool, dude. I'll have to keep that in mind whenever I see someone with a short username. I'm like, are you from Miami? Yeah. That's sick, dude. But yeah, I want to go to Miami one of these days. I want to eat a Cubano so bad. I actually have a friend going to Miami, like one of my friends I went tubing with is supposed to go, I think, next week. So yeah. Logan says, nice. Right now I'm selling snacks, so it's cool to save up funds to kickstart my label. When I especially switched my artist name from Logan to ZQIV. Oh, sick, dude. My name on GitHub. Oh, sick, dope. Hey, that's what's up. Congrats on the name change, dude. And that's cool you're selling snacks. That's cool to kickstart your label. Miami is so peak. Once you come, you'll never go back except for the money. Yeah, well, I mean, Logan. I mean, I could see that because Miami is a party city, but dude, I don't know. The more I travel across the US, and even just from, talking to everybody here, like, LA is undefeated and expensive. Everything is expensive relative to you, but like, once you live in LA, dude, you're like, it's a whole different level. It's like Logan, how much is gas? If you would know. So I don't know if you necessarily drive right now, but gas in LA is like $6 right now. And that's like cheap gas. It goes up to like $8 in some places. The 12-pack of Arizona is $12 anywhere. That doesn't change with location. A 12-pack of Fanta is like $5. Yeah, Cherry Cola is $4 to $5 in New York. Yeah, it's about $6 in LA, which is like, because New York, where y'all get screwed over, I guess, is rent prices. Your rent can be a little bit way higher. But I did notice that like food tends to be cheaper in New York for some reason. Like when you go to a bodega in New York, I'm like, how do you guys afford to do $5 sandwiches? Yeah. And $4.50 at Costco last time I checked. And almost $50 for a full tank. Yeah, well, I mean, a full tank is dependent on the car. I mean, if you don't know the price per gallon, that's cool, Logan. But yeah. Okay, in future me when I watch the VOD, I have 223 of the Groovy of the Galaxy front CD inserts. Okay, so they are sending me about how much I'm ordering. It just felt like way more for some reason. Yeah, 223, 223 future me when I rewatch the VOD. So I have to like restart the stream or anything. Logan is $4.50 per gallon and a Toyota RAV4 2025 at least. Okay, yeah, $4.50. That's how much it is in Arizona. Yeah, in LA it's more. It's way more. way more. So yeah, but I don't doubt it, Logan, that like if I were to go out to eat in Miami, it'd probably way more like food wise out there, because Miami is like, it's like a destination place. Like you go there to like retire and party. If I'm not mistaken. So I bet like that experience side of things is probably more. But yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know, Logan, you're doing music and stuff like that. I'm sure when you oh, gas price is $4 regular. Yeah, dude. No, that's actually cheaper than Arizona. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got a lot. You got a long ways to go for expensive, Logan. But that being said, though, keeping it real, since I know you're doing music and all that, and you're doing tech too. Once you start like getting into the industry and stuff like that, either one, I'm sure you'll make your way out to either Silicon Valley and LA, and you'll be like, oh my god. You know what I mean? So yeah, no worries. Come back to this VOD and be like, oh my god, yeah. But that being said, everything relative is expensive right now because just, I don't know, there's so much BS going on in the world. It looks expensive for me, yeah. No, I'm sure it is expensive for you, yeah. Yeah, I guess we were like, right as you said that, I was like, trying to like be like, yeah, everything's expensive though relative to like where it was yesterday, no matter where you are. But Cherry Cole says, my usual order, chopped cheese or chicken cutlet is like $6 to $7. Don't say it. Oh, don't say it. Oh, 6, 7. Oh, damn. I'm sorry, Cherry Cole. Okay. The chopped cheeses are good. I had one for the first time last time I was in New York City. Yeah, I don't think I got a chicken cutlet last time I was out there. Yeah, I do like a chopped cheese though. I can't eat cheese no more, but yeah. Like back when I was still able to eat cheese, I had one. Yeah, remember I went with my buddy Sean, we both got one. We were like, yo. But Logan says, oh yeah. Also there's this banger Haitian restaurant next to by my library, which has 6 wings, fries, and a soda for $8. $8.51 with tax, but that is a banger deal, dude. That's so sick. Yeah, I think there's a place out here in Arizona called Long Wong's. There's a dude named Sam Reed. He's like a YouTuber, and he went across the entire U.S. to find the best wings in all of like the U.S. And I think he said it was the 13th best after like trying, I think, like over 100 restaurants with at least 5 from each state, just about. Yeah, so like, it's like out of 100, getting like in the top, near the top 10 is like pretty crazy for Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I mean? It even beat up like a lot of like places in Buffalo and all that. Anyways, yeah, there's a combo there that's 6 wings, fries, and a drink, I think for $10. And then probably like another $1 for tax or something. Like, I guess probably close to 12. But yeah, it's it's hella good. But and it's also like the cheapest wings you can get in Phoenix, from what I can tell. Yeah, and they're like hella dank, actually. I mean, obviously they want 13, but yeah. But Skyr says the cheese is worth the sacrifice. Yeah, I mean, probably. If I were to go back to New York, I'd probably figure it out. I'd try a lactate or something. But I don't know. I'd yet to have like a bad bodega sandwich. They're all super dank. And Lucas says lactose intolerance is top 3 worst things. It really is, dude. What's wild is did you know that it's technically considered a disability? So you know how like Starbucks used to charge $1 extra for almond milk? I guess someone sued Starbucks for like discriminating against their disability, which is lactose intolerance, and they won. So now Starbucks, I think in certain states, can't charge for an almond milk option. because it's like technically discriminating against people with lactose intolerance, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, so I'm disabled, y'all. Yeah. I'm disabled. Logan says, I only know Samri because of a Kentako Hut. Yeah, dude, I've seen that video. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Yeah. He like goes all the way to Puerto Rico just to like find the last one. The combination fast food places are hilarious. And then Logan says, if you go to that venue I told you about, it's like a 5-minute drive to that place, Miami Beach Library. It's called Family Cuisine. If any of you guys come to Miami, it would be so funny to get a handicap decal for being much. Oh yeah. Yeah, so the church venue you're talking about, that's cool. It's so nearby. That's dope. You have to keep that in mind. Yeah, whenever I play shows, I try to like recommend local restaurants because I know people you like to eat before or after the show. So like literally in the Kaiju Club email, I'll be like, hey, like here's food places you can check out beforehand, just to be a little more handy. Then so people have a better idea of like what they can expect of like where to park and all that. So it's like, you know, less they have to like think about. Just pull up. And Sabadell, dude, Sabadell, good to see you. Did I miss a story? I mean, I can tell again. I don't mind. How you doing, dude? How's your Sunday? And Chericole says, I don't worry. I'll eat a block. Well, thank you for being down to eat a block of cheese for me, Chericole. I appreciate it. And Logan says, it would be so funny to get a handicap decal for being lactose. That would be pretty funny. I'm sure someone had to have made that. Otherwise, you know, who's making the Shopify store? You or me, Logan? Who's making the dropshipping store? For that. Real quick. And real quick, while I'm signing I'm signing these now. Oh my god, you can kind of see it. Let me show off Jermaine, because there is something notable about Jermaine. So they're still growing like bonkers crazy. But you might notice towards the bottom, so Jermaine's doing really good. They're still growing like way like higher, taller, which I like. But this little, like these little nubs at the bottom now, they can kind of see. My cat got inside the room and started, literally broke off one of Jermaine's branches trying to like take a bunch on him. But Jermaine's doing good otherwise. It seemed like they didn't really bother them that much. But Celia says, oh dang, pretty good. Just helped my bro pick up a car he was buying. Oh sick, dude, congrats. I mean, that's dope. What kind of car? Because I know you're into your cars. You're into cars too. Is it something good, or is it just like a normal, like, everyday commuter? And Logan says, I'd probably get sued if I made that unless it says not legally valid. Oh yeah, true. Well, I mean, like, I was thinking like a funny little way. Like I'm sure you can like just make it like a bumper sticker or something, right? Or like maybe make the handicap logo like for disability, make it like a toilet instead of like them sitting in the wheelchair. I mean, that's kind of messed up, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And Justelli, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Your CD, is it sound of is there vocals as well? I mean, some of them, yeah. Some of the songs I do. I did vocals on Provider, and like the song Final Boss Theme technically has vocals on it. The first song, Monster Zero, has vocals on it. Yeah, I think like half the tracks have vocals on them. Maybe like a third. 1/3 to like half have vocals on them. But yeah, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for stopping by. How's your Sunday going, Justelli? And Chico says, damn it. Suvido says, dang, but dang. No, dang, nice, but yeah. Yeah. But it's okay. I think Jermaine's doing good. And I like told him, hey, get out of here. So yeah. Logan said, just found Arizona green tea, $5.39. That's crazy. And if they're big, so I could sell them for $1.50 or $2. Oh, that's sick. Logan, that's a great deal. Like low-key, that's a great deal. What's your profit margin on that? Like 70%? That's pretty good. Sounds like really good, actually. Yeah, I'd sell them for $2 because, like, one thing I've noticed too is that, like, a thing I learned is that, really, price is kind of goofy in that, once someone like wants something, like, I don't know, like pretty much what I'm gonna say is that like the difference between someone spending $1 on an Arizona versus $2 is actually really low, but it really affects your profit margin. I mean, the only, like if you're at school and there's no other way to get in Arizona right now, an extra $1 is gonna be like, actually I don't want it anymore. You know what I mean? So I'd say just go for 2, dog. Because who's gonna have 50 cents either? That's gonna be more confusing. Like they'll probably be like, I don't got change. You gotta carry around a bunch of coins. You know what I mean? And dead ass for real. I think you can just like tap iPhones together now to do transactions. I'd even make it like tap to pay. Like, yo, just tap your iPhone on my iPhone. Give me $2. We're good to go. Like I know Shopify supports that, and so does Square. But Simply Dale says he has a Mercedes now. Looks good, but the mileage is above 220. Oh, 220K, so I'm not hoping for the best. Yeah, no, you're right, Simply Dale. Did you let them know that like they probably want to immediately take it to a mechanic? Because I bet it needs a 200K tune-up, right? That's probably why they're selling it, because they go to get the tune-up and they're like, oh, it's gonna be like $2,000 to switch out the motor mounts, redo your spark plugs, yada yada yada. I'm like, oh, I'd really just sell it, and then like make the next person pay the 2K to get all the tune-up done, and then they're gonna be like, but it's worth this. Yeah, 220K miles is a lot, dude. A lot, especially for like a European car. Tell them I'm also wishing them the best, because that's a little brutal. But yeah, bumper sticker would be fire. 77% profit. That's good, dude. And Cherokee says, I'm so happy that bottled Arizona is $1 instead of $1.25. Yeah, no. Yeah, I remember when it was $1.25. I was like, bruh, I prefer the plastic bottles. They have a cap on them. You know what I mean? And then Logan says, I don't have an iPhone, but I'm using Square for inventory and tap to pay and to run the Cash App. Oh, that works then. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm sure people have Cash App. That's sick. And Simply Dale says, was told it just got an oil change and had the tires changed, so hopefully they did. The suspension needs to be repaired too. I doubt it, dude. I honestly, Simply Dale, I doubt it. Because if I'm not mistaken, you want to get like the transmission flushed every 100,000 miles. If I think Mercedes might do the, because I know Audi does it, where it's like lifetime transmission fluid, and it's like, you know what I mean? So they might do the same thing. So you technically might be okay there, but I don't know. You know what I mean? But suspension needs repair. That's also like a rough one. Even that in itself is like good, quick couple racks, as the kids call them. But that being said, I mean, if they're just trying to like have a car for like the next couple years or something, and just get from point A to point B, that probably would be all right. But like if they want to like, if they're like, yo, I love this particular Mercedes, yeah, you probably want to go to the mechanic and ask for a tune-up. But in general, what I like to do too, whenever I get a new car the day, especially off of Craigslist, is like I buy it and I go straight to the mechanic and be like, tell me what went wrong, or what should I do. What was sick is that and they don't exist anymore, I don't think. But there was a thing in LA called Block Auto. It was like a car auction thing, and what was sick is that whenever you bought a car, oh, they have it out here, and what? They're all over. What the heck? Someone told me they went down. They seem like they're still here. Let me look. Yeah, there's a thing in LA, and I guess there's one here in Arizona too, called Block Auto. It's like a charity auction. So I guess I don't know how they get these cars, dude, but I think they're all like impounded cars, or like cars that got like repoed, or like, sometimes people like end up doing certain illegal activities and the cops take the car, and then then they just have a car they don't have to deal with, so they'll just sell it back to these like charity auctions. And then you can just, end up with a good car. And usually they're like in pretty good shape. Like they test them for smog and all that, so like all the basics. It's not just some random dude being like, what do you mean I have to smog my car before I sell it? Because they're legally like a car sales place. What was nice is they had a thing that was like, hey, if you pay us $250, you could bring the car back within 24 hours, and no questions asked, we'll take the car back and give you back all your money. Which of course they're going to be like, do you want store credit? And then you end up like having store credit, which works for me because I want to buy a car either way. So like, anyways, so within that 24-hour period, what I would do is I'm gonna go to Block Auto tomorrow, call my mechanic, hey, I'm gonna buy this car tomorrow, I'm gonna bring it straight to you, like right after I buy it, and let me know by tomorrow morning how it looks, and if you recommend it or not, because I can get all my money back. So I would take it to the mechanic, my guy would look at it, tell me like what was wrong with it, and then if he was like, look, it's gonna cost me either like $500 to tune up for you, or it's gonna cost like $3K. You know what I mean? So depending on what their answer was, I would take the car back and be like, actually no, And that's how I got my Scion TCs. I originally bought like a Mazda 3 to my mechanic, and he was like, bro, the mounts on this are destroyed, wrecked. And I hate, like, you like, and work on this Mazda's gonna suck. So he was like, if you can, I would take it back, or I could do the work for about $1,000. And I was like, damn. So yeah, I ended up taking it back, waited like a week, saw the TC pop up, put my store credit, put an extra rack down, brought it to him, and he was like, yo, this TC is nice. Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, it worked out great. The only thing I had to really do on it was replace the clutch, and which that was expensive, but it was, you know, I also like Uber Eats for a little bit, so it's kind of on me. So yeah, but the first year I had the car, no problems at all. It wasn't until like about 2-3 years into the car to get the clutch replaced, and now my alternator went bad, but like, it's an alternator, like, you know, it's 170,000 miles, Scion TC, what do you expect? Anyways, but yeah, that's my whole story. Simply, I look up like car auto clearance charity thing near me and see if anything like that shows up. But mine's called Block Auto, like BLOK Auto, and Bellflower. And I guess there's one out here in Chandler, in Arizona. But apparently it closed down, I heard. Yeah, I guess they closed. Damn. When was Gardena? I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't know, because a friend told me they closed down, but their website still seems to be up. Anyways, Logan says, oh yeah, their Instagram went down. Okay, yeah, they're gone. Anyways. But they exist. Anyway, other ones like it, I guess, exist. Logan says, I recounted inventory because I got bored and I have 62 packs of Oreos, 50 bags of chips, 38 cookies. Damn, that's a lot. Shout out to Costco, Dollar General, and Amazon Business for the deals. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a great starting stock, man. You got a lot of snacks. You're about to be slanging it, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, looking back on it, I wish I tried selling stuff at school. That would have been a great way to get stuff cracking back in the day. They would have started my entrepreneurial journey earlier. But yeah. And Kai, good to see you, Kai. Thanks for stopping by. How's your Sunday going, dude? And Silvio says, yeah, I might gotta tell him to check because I did see the engine and tire pressure light on. Apparently if he doesn't drive it for a while, it'll need a jump start. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That means it's like a parasitic drain. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, dude. Definitely look for those auction sites in the meantime, though, because that might be a lifesaver. Yeah, no, yeah. Of course, make sure they do the same deal thing, or else it's kind of like you're essentially buying from a used car lot. But they tend to be cheaper, dude. And yeah, they're a little silly. Like, I remember mine was also like, yo, look, we won't let you test drive the car, which also was like, what do you mean I can't test drive the car? But the thing is, it's like, yeah, you buy this car, you can drive test drive it as much as you want, as long as you put the money down, and you can return it back 24 hours, no questions asked. I mean, of course they're gonna ask, but you know, they're gonna be like, they're gonna give you your money back. Take your mechanic, you know what I mean? Because like, I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. Every mechanic test drive it, take it straight to him, have him test drive it. So yeah, so it was a goofy system, but honestly, it worked out amazingly for me. And I didn't have to like sit there on motherfucking Craigslist all day being like, bleh, bleh, bleh. And they're like, what do you mean, bro? Like, I'm busy. Or like, you know, sorry, bro, but my kid has baseball practice and I couldn't meet you at the time that I said I would meet you. Sorry, I wasted your time. Are you interested in coming by tomorrow? It's like, no, dude. It took me an hour to drive here. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a lifesaver. Anyways, Logan says, I just gotta get some Arizona candy for people like my sister. My aunt says tomorrow she's gonna buy 5 Fantasl now. Oh, sick. Heck yeah. That's cool. Dude, I'm so glad that you have like such a loving family, Logan. I'm not gonna lie. That's super random, but I'm so glad your family's all like, they seem super nice and like super supportive of you. That's when I restock. I'm keeping all my stock and getting nothing more until I sell out. I feel you on that, yeah. Yeah, it's keeping it real. I've had to play that game myself with all the music stuff. I've been like, no more new merch until I sell my current merch. So yeah. But yeah, since you're still here, real quick, the TLDR. I mean, I guess you can in the VOD earlier. If you ever want to go back to it, you can. But TLDR of it was a lot of fun. I got ridiculously sunburnt because the river was slow, so it took me about double the time to get down the river. My friends thought of that, and it was a lazy river, but there was a bunch of rapids actually, where there's a bunch of parts where you have to like plank on the tube and not get like stabbed in the tailbone by a sharp rock. One of my buddy's tubes popped even actually low key. The tube got caught in a rock and just ripped it out. So then we always bring an extra tube because that might happen. But yeah. But would recommend. And I found out people actually fly out just to do the tubing stuff. Honestly, it's a good time. Like if you like hanging out in the sun and doing like honestly like a Disneyland ride, like Rapid Rivers Disneyland ride, it's super sick. Would recommend. I'm like excited to go back when I'm not completely sunburnt. So yeah. And I probably want to go back when the river's a little faster. It was already going kind of fast, so I couldn't imagine it going any faster low key, but yeah, my buddies were like, yeah, it's, you know what I mean? But what's nice is when it's faster, the water's higher, so there's less chance of you like getting hit by a rock. You know what I mean? But yeah. But I'm definitely gonna try to go maybe one more time before the summer ends. Maybe in like late August or late September, I mean. I got some homies that were like, bro, like, invite me next time. I'm trying to go tubing too. So yeah. Then like next time I think my buddies visit me in California, I'm definitely gonna be like, y'all want to go tubing? It's kind of crazy. Like I already imagine certain friends would be like, yo, this is so sick. Yeah. So yeah. But Logan says my family goated, direct family and cousins on my dad's side only. Thank you for that, by the way. Oh yeah, you're welcome, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's just I know you mentioned them a bunch. Like, I know you said your grandma's super cool, your dad's super cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, all kinds of cool people in your family helping out. I mean, you said your mom's a good cook, like she's making crazy Brazilian food. I was like, hell yeah. Somebody else says, oh geez, that's awesome though. Yeah, it really is, dude. Like I'd never experienced anything like it. And keeping it real, I didn't say this earlier, so maybe you have to watch the VOD. I'm just saying it now. But the thing is too, it's just really pretty because essentially, like, you know, Arizona kind of has all these big like hills and mountains and stuff. So it's like you're on this river and you're just seeing like the entire sky because there's like, you know, there's nothing in the sky because there's no clouds. It's just like pitch blue. And then like there's a bunch of just mountains on the side. And I guess someone said they're wild horses. I don't think they're wild because there's a ranch nearby. But at some point, you know, you're just like floating down, like there's horses drinking from the water and stuff. It's just like, this is wild, dude. It's like I feel like I'm, you know what I mean? This is real life, dude. I don't know. Would actually recommend if you're ever in Phoenix, Arizona in the summer for some reason. You shouldn't be. I mean, actually, the flights are pretty cheap. Come out here during the summer because no one wants to be out here during the summer. So, if you're ever out here in the summer, would recommend, but you're gonna get hella sunburnt. And you got to be okay with like getting in like river water, which they do treat it though. So I guess it's like not like dangerous. Like you don't drink it. Like, you know what I mean? If you fall in, do not drink the water. But apparently they treat it so it's like safe to like, you know, play around in and stuff. And obviously there's animals drinking it, but we're not animals, so. And also there's a bunch of dragonflies, like little baby ones. So it's not like a humongous dragonfly that's gonna like land on your head or anything, but like if you have like a huge bug phobia, maybe not. But I have a bug phobia and it wasn't too bad. I was just like, get out of here. So yeah. They don't like bite you or anything, so it was pretty chill. And what's nice though is that, so it's cool is one of the buddies I went with, they're like, what's it called? They're like super into like watching videos on like conspiracy theories and stuff. So the whole time, the whole 4 hours, I was like, yo man, what crazy thing you've been learning about lately? Like, bro, hey, did you know that like in ancient times they did this and that, and that's why, and the same people, the same family from the ancient times that did all this crazy stuff is the family that wrote our school books. It's like, what? You know what I mean? So that was pretty fun. I love homies like that. But somebody else says, as long as they treat the water and no animals charge me down, I'm down for sure. And no spiders either. Yeah, there was no spiders. For sure, no spiders, because you're in the water, so spiders don't be hanging out in the water. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I read online that they treat the water. So it's not just like, pure, just dirty water. Like you can't, like it's very cloudy because you're in a river, like you're actually in a for real river. So yeah, so that's a bit of it, but it's a good time, dude. Like from what I could tell, like no one was like throwing up on the side or anything like that. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of people. So it wasn't like, we were the only 4 people on this river. It was like a thing that people do out here. It kind of felt like I went like snowboarding, but like 1/100th of the price, like super cheap. Because the tubes are like $20 each, so you just buy them on Amazon, and then you just pull them up with them and put on some water shoes that were like $5. And it was good, dude. But I felt like I went, like, 'cause I had to wake up early. I felt like I went snowboarding, but like the Arizona equivalent of like going snowboarding. That makes sense. And some people even bring like kayaks. Some people bring like those like surfboards that you can stand on and just like paddle. Like people brought those, a lot of people with those. But like kind of the go-to was tubing, because you just like chill, just float. And Logan says, bro, guess what? This underground rapper named Pretty Fun is beefing with an 8th grader because he wanted a picture at Rolling Loud. That's, some people, man. That's wild. Yeah, I couldn't imagine beefing with someone in the 8th grade. That's kind of sad. All I wanted was a picture. Yeah. That's a little sad. It's like, man, I just want a picture, man. I like your stuff. It's like one of those like never meet your heroes thing. I hope no one feels that way about me. You know what I mean? I hope everyone that's met me has been like, hell yeah. Actually, people have told me, they're like, you're just as exactly how I thought you would be. I'm like, thank God. Like, not like trying to be a certain character, but just, I'm just like, I'm glad to hear I met your expectations. 'Cause, I don't know, I've met people sometimes where I'm like, you are nothing. I did not enjoy this interaction. You know what I mean? So yeah. Logan says, 20-year-old man beefing with a 14-year-old. Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, no, for real, dude. Yeah. Arguing with DMs and somebody with not even high school. Yeah, that's a little silly, for sure. Okay, I think I've signed enough CDs now. Let's start packing some VCs. Oh yeah. And speaking of cars, Simply Deo, because I mean not you directly, but to everybody. But since Simply Deo brought up cars, yeah, I was saying earlier my Silent TC, the alternator went out. So I think I remember I was telling y'all on Tuesday that I was gonna do it myself, but I was like, it's 105 outside. I don't want to do it myself. Let me see if I can find a shop. And yeah, so I ended up going to like a local shop, and keeping it real, it's only 5 minutes away. And even just driving from my place 5 minutes away, you want your car alternator battery to be, or your car battery to be around like 12 volts. And like once it dips below 10, like you're screwed, because then the car just like starts tripping out, because it's like, what's going on? Why is the voltage so low? I got to the car place, I had like 10.5 volts left. I was like, oh, just driving down the street. You know what I mean? But anyways, and I get there, and like it's like this older dude, and like he's like, man, all my sons didn't show up. I told him to get here by 7, and the dude was like kind of rude, but he was just also like very old, and I could tell his body was just done from working on cars his entire life. But he wasn't like rude to me. He just seemed like he was just like, I'm gonna fix your car, man. Like, what do you want? It was kind of like, oh, and Logan real quick says, damn, Arizona's hotter than Florida. Yeah, so the thing that's like, I was gonna say that's a good thing only is being able to see the Arizona factory, but that's in New Jersey. Oh yeah. But yeah, Arizona is, so temperature wise it's hotter, but we don't have any humidity. So that's the thing, is that Florida, like I think I even like asked like on Google once, and like certain parts of Florida will feel like worse than Arizona. But the thing about it is that like humidity is more, you have to worry about like heat stroke and stuff like that, just because you're like, you know what I mean? But in Arizona, it's like, you go tubing and you're like, this should take about 2 hours. Then, if you get caught in that, like, but in the wrong place, wrong time, and like you're stuck in the heat, oh yeah, you could die. Like you could for real die. Like in Florida, like you'll have a very long, uncomfortable time. that you don't want to be in. But in there, like, you literally would just, you know what I mean, dehydrated, die. So I would say it feels worse in Florida, but like you have to just be a lot more careful with like water, hydration, and stuff out here, because like the lack of humidity can really like actually kill you. So yeah. I guess I'll put these in here now. Yeah, this actually I should have. Oh no, I'll put it in here. Duh. What are these? What are those? I would say the only good thing is being able to see. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to do a tempo runs in PE, running 10 minutes, no break, and it was hot as hell. I bet, dude. I bet it was. I bet it was. Oh yeah, but what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so my car, went there in the morning, woke up hella early. So I like to just give my car to a mechanic hella early in the morning. That's another time. I had to wake up. I mean, I just realized I had to wake up twice early this week. No wonder I feel kind of dysregulated. I had to wake up at like 7 in the morning. Took my car to the guy. Kind of rude, old dude, but I was like, nah, that's fine. So I give him my car and stuff, and then he didn't care at all. So I like gave him my car, and I think he was expecting me to just like kind of hang out in the office. And I was like, hey man, after we like kind of figured out like, hey, it's probably the alternator. He's gonna order me a new one. He's gonna do the work and stuff like that. Or I guess it's like his team is. I was like, hey man, and like without even like saying like, all right, cool, I got it. He was just like, colleague place, cool, it's on the way, and just like sat there, started eating some trail mix just on the chair. And I was like, it's cool if I go home. And he was like, yeah, you know, just call us whenever, and you know, I'll let you know if it's done. I was like, cool. Do you need my keys? He's like, oh yeah, give me your keys. He just did. He like, didn't even try to like, you know, figure out what I needed. It was kind of funny how like bad it was, if that makes sense. And then afterwards, I like, right as soon as I step out, they're doing an oil change with someone, and I just see the bottom of the car just like dumping oil, and I was like, oh, they fucked up that oil change. And I was like, I might have fucked up by choosing this place, but I guess we'll I'm already here. They already got my keys. Logan says, I got Haitian food after though. Okay, sick, yeah. Look cool, you got Haitian food. And Jay Gold says, I kind of understand that guy being pissed. Yeah, I do too, yeah. He's probably just like, yeah, people were supposed to be here an hour ago. Says, guys probably having one of those, he probably was having one of those days, just so over it. Never mind. Yeah, it was just like one of those like, I don't know, nowadays because of all the astrology stuff, I really pay attention to like the symbolism in life. So like when I walk out and I see something, I'm like, that could be a problem. You know what I mean? So I took my Waymo back home. It was like $8. Went back to sleep, woke up around noon, and I called him because he didn't have my phone number. So I had to keep calling him to be like, hey, is my car done? Is my car done? I'm not trying to rush you, but you don't have my phone number. Is my car done? You know what I mean? Because the guy never got it. And then around like 1 o'clock, they were like, yeah, and I like had to do therapy, had to talk to Kimberly to see how she's doing. And then I went over. The Waymo again was gonna be like $20. I was like, dude, I'll just skate there. It's a 5-minute drive. So I got my skateboard, skated over. It was a good old time. And I got there, and now the guy's wife was there. So I guess she was the one that was late. And she was so nice. She was so nice to me. And yeah, they gave me a hella good price because I got like a brand new Denso alternator for about like, I think $350. So it's like a brand new Japanese made for a Japanese car alternator that he ordered for me. And then they only charged like $140 an hour for labor, which is pretty standard for a mechanic price. Only charged me an hour because it wasn't like a complicated job. So like the price was extremely fair. And I was like, cool. And like his wife, she was like, yeah, like, oh my God, like if anything happens, let me know. And she was talking to me for a minute. She said, oh my God, that's so cool, you skateboard. I was like, you know, she's way older, but I think she was being nice. But she was like, oh my God, so cool, you skateboard. I love your hair. Like, yeah, just going for it. And at some point she was like, you know what? You should be a speaker to youth. You should do some like youth program outreach thing and just help the kids. You know what I mean? Because kids these days, they're on their phones. And you see somebody like you going outside, doing your music, skateboarding. Like, I would just, you just gotta like do something with kids or something. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, you gotta be like a youth leader. And I was like, cool, yeah, thank you. So then, yeah, they charged me like, I think it was like $500 to get my college menu replaced. Go back out to my car, completely fixed. I was like, hell yeah. I drove back home, checked, and like, yeah, they put the alternator on. It's like brand spanking new. And my car's been good since. So if you ever are in Phoenix during the summer too, and your car breaks down, I know the shop that'll give you a fair price. Just expect the main guy to be just not in it. Just expect him to be like, whatever. Which is cool. We had some video, Cherry Close. Oh, yeah, it was a super sweet conversation I had. And it's funny she mentioned that too, because like, low key, I don't know, I kind of would be down. Because I feel like, you know, skateboarding really does that for me, where you just end up like seeing so many kids at the skate park. And like, particularly, like, not trying to be crazy, like as like a normal human, I swear. But in terms of like age ranges, I like interacting with kids who are like 12 to 16 is like the range that I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? 6'7", what's poppin'? You know what I mean? Younger than that, I'm kind of like, you're like a baby. But that age, I'm like, yo, your mom, dude. So yeah. So maybe one day. I was always thinking like, Endgame, if Groovy Kaiju was ever like mega big, I'd be stoked to have like a after school program to like teach kids how to make beats or something. I think that'd be kind of fun. But Cherry Cole says, happy wife, grumpy husband. Yeah, they were like literally, yeah. It was funny. But I think it's because, you know, that's why, I don't know. They were like a power couple, because he was like, look, I just get underneath this engine and yell all day. And she was the one that did all the calls and everything for him. So they were like low-key a power couple. I mean, just knew each other's strengths. So how do you do, fellow kids? Yeah. I feel that way, but sometimes the kids are like, yo, you're cool as hell, man. So the young adults, the teenagers be accepting me sometimes into their, I think it's the skateboarding, you know, the skateboarding kind of, yeah. But yo, Tiara, Galaxy, what are you doing? Dude, we're just making CDs. Oh yeah, we have like 30 orders. We did really good this weekend, so thank you if you ordered and you're watching. But yeah, so right now, I ran out of room in the Galaxy CDs, so I'm like making this CD. I'm like assembling them right now. So yeah. But how you doing? How's your Sunday, Tiara? This video says definitely could, I could see it, and especially seeing them how to make skate too. Yes, the video, something like that. Something like that, dude. I don't know, one of these days. I don't know. That would be like, I start a nonprofit because I got so much time on my hands, which I never had time on my hands. But you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know, something like that. I'd be down. But I don't even know where I would do it. Yeah, so I don't know, something like that. Because I don't know if you knew, but like so many like influential artists come from programs like that. Like I think even just like in our sphere, Flamingos, I'm pretty sure said he was in some kind of like music class at school that taught like music production, and now we have Flamingos. You know what I mean? I think Joey Badass went to like arts high school, and that's where he started doing like creative writing, and now we have Joey Badass. You know what I mean? So like these little programs like this actually like develop the most impactful musicians. You know what I mean? So I don't know, something like that. Have to be like super mega loaded and like bored. I guess I'd do something like that. You know what I'm trying to say? But I would like to do something for my local community. So I like doing stuff like that. Jerry Cole says, I really want to roller skate. I mean, yeah, same. I wish I could roller skate. I can't roller skate. Save my life. Yeah. And Galaxy is doing good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, dude. And Cherry Cole says, enrichment after school. What's enrichment after school? I've never heard of that. Is that like a program? Am I sleeping on it? I remember going to, I did go to some after school program at some point in my life. Because my stepmom, she was what's it called? She would work like late. So I would just, after school, go to some program. I remember the daycare people would just yell at us. In like, not like a abusive way. I mean, kind of abusive looking, but you know, not like, they were never like, you're a piece of shit. There was just like, stop doing this. You know what I mean? But the thing I always remember about it is that they had like a computer with like a ton of emulators on it. So yeah, so I just remember like being like, yo, Mega Man Soccer? What the heck is this? You know what I mean? So I remember playing like the most obscure random ROM hacks and stuff on this computer with emulators on it. But they only had one, so like, you know, you kind of had to like be the first kid on the computer or else you weren't playing any games. And Galaxy says, hope you and your family and your partner are doing well. Be safe in this heat. Cheers. Yeah, cheers, dude. Thanks for stopping by, checking in on me. I appreciate it. Hope you and your family's doing what's it called? And your family are doing well as well, dude. Somebody else says, wow, I feel like skateboarding is harder than roller skating. If I could, I'd be happy to teach you guys. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Just something about having two wheels on my feet. Just like, I can heely though. I can heely hella good. But I can't, like, I don't know. I used to have like nightmares as a kid, like trying to roller skate, and just like, feel like, oh, especially because my tailbone is really sensitive. Whenever I hurt my tailbone, it's like I'm done for like a month, dude. But yeah, I'd be stoked. I'd be so stoked to get the Simply Hideo roller skating lessons, dude. And Cherry Cole says, no, little like building up children's skills. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. That was like a program called Enrichment After School. Yeah. No, like enriching the children after they're done with school. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, but I think it'd be important, yeah. Because I don't know, there's like so many, I don't know. I feel like it's a really good way to get kids in the right direction. Because sometimes they just don't know what they want because they just haven't been exposed to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, Roses, hello, good to see you, Roses. How's your Sunday? Hope you're doing good. Anything new with you? But yeah, I have to be like mega loaded. That and I guess you can probably like look into grants and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know, I guess like the thing too that what wouldn't work for me though is that like hydrate and stretch. I gotcha. Is that like low key? I'm not the most patient person. I'm not gonna lie. Which I know sounds ironic. Because I'm over here like literally just packing CDs right now. I've been doing this for so like I'm very consistent, but I'm not patient. Especially when it comes to other people. Like I hate to admit that. That's like one of my character flaws. Because if I'm trying to teach you something and you don't get it, I'm just like, it's just not meant for you, bro. I'm sorry. But I'm just like not the best at explaining things sometimes. So I think if I were to do that, I have to like probably hire people that like teaching kids stuff and just be like the force behind it to do like the marketing to get people in and like tell them my experience of like what to tell the kids, like be a filter, like be my teacher filter, if that makes sense. Something like that. Vasilido says, there, you gotta start on the quad 4 rails on the feet first and then go blades, and then once you go blades you're able to ice skate too. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I've dated multiple people that did roller skating with the quad 4 wheels, and but one person I did date, she could like roll a blade. So yeah, I just never got the chance. Because also I have big feet. I have like size 13, so I've yet to come across like a thrift store some like size 13 roller skates. Gotta pick them up. They were like hella cheap, but yeah, one of these days. Then because I'm already good at skateboarding, it's like every time there's like a roller skate event. Actually, no, I'd be down to do a roller rink. That would be super sick. I've never done a roller rink. That, and I feel like people with our hair, all of us here have dreadlocks, but I feel like people with dreadlocks on roller skates are like extra cool. It's like that's like the hairstyle for roller skating. But Rosa says, did I hear roller skating? It sounds like fun, even I was tempted, but I'm scared of hurting myself. Yeah, no, same. It's funny, Rosa. I did the exact same thing because when you roller skate, I feel like you fall on your butt a lot, and I have a sensitive tailbone, so that's why I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'd rather fall on my face than fall on my butt, low key. Which I know is like the exact opposite of what you want, but for me, I'm like, my tailbone hurts. Like I can't sit. You know what I mean? And Rosa says, I'm doing okay. It was a mixed week and weekend, but an online friend I play with. Everybody reached out. Oh, I'm glad to hear y'all got to play. It made you feel better. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's like little things like that, Rosa's right. Yeah, my week was mega busy. It was like, I feel like I was constantly going. I'm really excited for this to be a more chill week. I think the only thing I'm doing this week is going to a show on Friday. Otherwise, it's like so much more chill. Last week I had to wake up early a bunch, get the car fixed. That was random. So yeah. Somebody else says, hell yeah. Thank you, dude, yeah. But yeah, so what am I doing this week? At least work-wise. What's cool is Kimberly was able to learn my little like doubloon custom app thing. So I'm like, hell yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is I have the next Kaiju Club thing. I mean, it won't. It's simply day I won't, not for you, but I guess everyone else in the Kaiju Club. Well, I can make it for Monster. I don't know, I'll figure it out Monster Kingdom thing. But pretty much for people in the Kaiju Club, I'm gonna make it so that they can go back in time and get like certain items at the launch price. But I had to make all the funnels for it. I just haven't had the time, but now Kimberly made them, so that'll be the next like passive thing that'll happen for the Kaiju, like the next new Kaiju Club benefit, because Kimberly's around to help. It's pretty cool. But it simply says, depends on how you lean though for the roller skates. Sometimes you can go flying forward, like completely understandable because I've fallen a lot. My first time trying to ice skate, yeah. I want to ice skate too, dude. I'm trying to be Alyssa Liu. I think that's how you say it. I think it's Liu, like Leo or something. Liu. Trying to hit my stateside. I'd be so down. Yeah, because you're on the East Coast, dude. We don't got ice skating out here. We got tubing. 8 times 2. Rosa says cool, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be cool. I'm excited to see how people like it. I try not to be too like, I don't know, because I've been on like some artists' email lists or fan clubs, and they're just like, give me money 24/7. I'm trying to find a way to make it like, I don't know, a balance. So I feel like this year I've been so locked in on Monster Day 1. But sometimes you do want to buy stuff. I mean, sometimes I'm like, yo, I do actually want a plushie. You know what I mean? But just don't really know. It's just not top of mind right now, you know? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah. I can't think of a good one. I don't know, like I was on limited run games fan club email list thing. I remember when the Scott Pilgrim collab dropped, I was like, yo, are you kidding me? So yeah. But yeah. See what else is going on. Oh my god, what's the wrong? Oh yeah, but the horses were cool. I don't know if this is real, but I saw a post that pandas are no longer endangered. So that's pretty sick. Can't believe they did it. Because isn't like the weird thing about pandas is that they just literally don't like get intimate with each other. It was like, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean. But Rosa says, it also doesn't help. I randomly tripped one day on myself and hurt myself good, so skating started I feel that, yeah. That's the thing. Rosa, what's also helpful is people don't really mention that often, but learning how to fall is actually really important if you want to do anything like that. Because there is actually like a science to like how to like teach yourself like in the moment of falling, how to like maneuver your body like just like by second nature, so it hurts a lot less. Because like when you first start doing any kind of like wheeled sport, yeah, the first like week of trying it is like so painful because you just like hit the ground a certain way. But the better you get out of that, yeah. A lot of it is really just like learning how to like, literally what I would do is I would like stand on my skateboard and just like pretend like I was falling and just kept like, because really the secret is just to tuck and roll, or like if you do put your arms out, like rather than like just like you want to like put your arms out and like throw yourself almost as soon as you feel your hands touch the ground. Which of course is like all of it's happening so fast you don't like think all that, but like I don't know, I would just like stand and just like make myself fall and just kept practicing doing this, so when you actually fall your brain just defaults to the thing you practiced, you know what I mean? And it hurts way less. Like I've taken some nasty falls that just like didn't hurt at all because I just, you know what I mean? So yeah. And everyone says that's true. I love pandas. I'm happy to see. Okay, I'm glad to hear it wasn't just AI Instagram slop that I saw that pandas are no longer endangered. And somebody says pandas just be living to exist, got no worries. Yeah, exactly. Just be eating bamboo all day, chilling, dude. Super chilling. And King, dude, good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Sunday going? And Ruth says, I think it's just my size that worsened the impact because I never remembered it being that bad to a point I forced myself to the doctors. I feel that, Roses. Yeah, you know, they literally the saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. That is so true. That is so true. Because yeah, I'm 6'2". When I fall, it's like, you know what I mean? It's scary. The ground is far. Get this tall. But King's is pretty good. How was yours? Mine's going pretty good. just have like a massive sunburn right now, so my whole body kind of hurts. But otherwise, I'm chilling. I'm excited to just pack orders all day. Pretty much I'm doing all like the pack order prep right now. I need some ice cream later. Gonna eat some spaghetti earlier. So yeah. So I'm just chilling. I'm gonna watch more John Kiriakou interviews on YouTube. I've been watching more of those. They're still super funny. I mean, some of them are like not funny. They're just really brutal, but some of them are like funny. Nice slow, yeah. And I was also one thing I like wish I could talk this. I probably might DM them just because I'm so curious. But I watched a podcast of this one artist named Kells, and I guess what they're doing is that they've been touring, which is super cool. But the way they've been doing it is that they haven't been going to normal venues. They've been going on like a website called Peerspace, and you can rent out like a part of a diner in like random cities and like throw a show. So she'll like just book like random no-name diner that happens on the stage on Peerspace. Just give them a flat rate of like $800. Just let me be here for the night, and then charge her own tickets at the door. So she'll like be at the door, get everyone inside at like a certain time, do like a 1 to 2 hour performance, and then everyone just goes home right after. So there's no like, it's not like a, it's more intimate and it's less like of like a managed show. But she said she's been crushing it like that, and I'm like, because that would work out for me really well, because I know how many people are gonna pull up usually to a show. If I could just do like a quick little like, yo, look, I don't know, 2 hour Groovy Kaiju set, and then we're literally at a diner, so we could all just eat food afterwards together. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of sick. Be like, yo, Kaiju Club, pull up. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is some of the places she's like done like a church and stuff like that. But the thing I'm like kind of worried about is that she's doing more like singer-songwritery kind of stuff. But for the stuff we do, we want to dance and we want to party. And where I think it could work is a lot of us don't drink because we're all like younger and like, I don't know, anime people are not like really like, oh, I'm trying to like get smashed at the club. And another downside is you don't have security, but literally at first I was like, that's bad. Because, sometimes, I don't want, some of us anime fans, sometimes we're a little wild. I mean, sometimes we're not all there. So I want security to be there. But at the same time, every time I did my show, I mean, I'm hoping I'm in, but every time I did my shows in LA, security was always like, this is the easiest night of the night. Like, I don't have to do anything the whole time. Like, they've never kicked out anyone. It was like 2 years of just them being like, I could just chill tonight. You know what I mean? So like, it really wasn't like a big deal or issue. You know what I mean? So the only thing that really like would be like, let me not try this is just like the lack of like food or refreshments. Because like, if we're renting the diner space, it doesn't mean that we get free water. So how's the water gonna come? Like, because if you're exercising, essentially, like I wouldn't want to be like, hey, come to my show to dance for 2 hours. By the way, there's no water and you can't bring some inside. That'd be kind of like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I want to try her strategy because it sounds like it could work. Because so many things about us, like we don't really drink that much. We're not really like wilding out, like beating each other up in the pit or anything like that. So it could work, but at the same time, I just would be afraid. It's more like a party environment. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. You asked how my Sunday was. That's what I've been thinking about all day. Because I like was on the treadmill, like watched the interview, and I was like, how did this work? And King says, yeah, it sounds amazing, but there are exceptions. Yeah, I want to DM her to be like, yo, did you run into any of these problems? Or are you just like, fuck it, we ball? You know what I mean? Because honestly, hey, fuck it. Sometimes you gotta fuck it, we ball. Like somebody down, somebody you gotta fuck it, we ball sometimes. So yeah, because we're all just independent artists trying to make it work. Rose says, wow, some churches don't like dancing. Yeah, it's another thing. I think they would contact the space first and be like, hey, this is the kind of event I want to run. Is that okay? So I'm sure if I were to reach out to church, they'd be like yes or no on the dancing. They might have like a ballroom type of deal. And I guess the thing that they said too is that churches tend to have the best sound systems. So she's like, I try to play churches when I can because the sound system's so good. It's already set up. Yeah, so there's a safety issue right there. Got to be water at least. Exactly, yeah. Which maybe like the solution is I just go to Costco beforehand and I bring just free water bottles or something. And I just try to be like, hey, we only have so much water. Please don't just take one sip and then throw it away. You know what I mean? And hopefully people will respect that. You know what I mean? Because I can, you know, if I know the cost beforehand, then I can make it work. You know, I've played these games before. You know what I mean? So yeah, but there's just so many different, like, I feel like things that could go wrong. But at the same time, I'm like, it would be sick though to just do like a little 4-hour little show or something. So I don't know, we'll see. You know what? Future Me Request the VOD, have Kimberly look into this. You know what I mean? This is a perfect thing for Kimberly to look into for us, actually, to see how viable this is. Because if we could book a tour of us just playing like a little random churches and diners, I'd be so down. That'd be a lot of fun. Just call them little like the secret tour or something, the hidden character tour or something, because they're all like secret shows, because they're all like invisible. Plus it'd be fun. I've never been to like a show to, hey, oh my god,
merch order from Mario.
Thank you, Mario. If you're watching, let me know. I'll pack it right now. Thank you so much, Mario. That's the big order. But yeah. But King says give it a shot at least once. Yeah. But yeah, Future Me Watch the VOD, have Kimberly look into this, because I want to see if you can. Yeah, to your point, King, try it at least once, see what happens. Bucket we ball. Bucket we ball is a video. Bucket we ball. Cherry Cola says, I want to go to a metal concert, but I'm scared I'll get knocked out by a 500-pound man. That actually is a very valid fear, Cherry Cola. I would say go for it, but I mean, if you can, bring like a dude with you, you know what I mean? Or just bring like your really hardcore friend that's a girl that's like older. Because like the thing is as long as you like, because pits can happen at any time when you're at a metal concert, but they tend to be in either the center of the crowd or like closer to the front. So if you know, don't mind watching it way from the back, you'll be fine. And honestly, like the sound's usually so loud, you want to be, especially at a metal concert, you want to be in the back anyways. So I would just bring like a friend that's kind of big and just stand in the back. You should be fine. I've been to a lot of metal concerts. I wouldn't be too scared. But yeah, just, you know, definitely if you're in like if people are around you on all sides, definitely like keep your wits about you in case you see someone push or something. Then it's like, I gotta go. You know what I mean? But you stand in the back, you'll be all right. So yeah. Just guys to bring full, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, honestly, why not? You know what I mean? Just be like, I'm cosplaying right now. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, the video says that's not bad. I like the idea. Costco would be clutch. Just really got to reach out to some churches and stuff, start mapping the route. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And figure it out from there. Yeah, I'd be super. Yeah. So I'll look into it. But yeah, I want to see how it goes. Because I like the idea, but I think before I like go full in on the idea, just feel like it worked once. Let's do the whole tour. I probably want to do at least once in Phoenix, once in LA. Okay, the model kind of works. Now let's try to, you know, slowly make our way. Because I can like drive to like, I don't know, New Mexico's right next to me. I think like Colorado's above, Denver's above me, Vegas is near me. So I'd probably want to do like in my Southwest tour maybe, and then like if this idea worked for all those, then I'd be like, yo. You know what I mean? So yeah. Because yeah, definitely, I think once October rolls around, I think I'm going to throw another show. I have it on my to-do list. Actually, let me make sure it is. To have Kimberly book a show, actually, low-key, and starting next month. Oh yeah. Like I said, July 6th, I have a task called Book an Arizona show for early October. So that's probably when I'm going to make my return to the stage. So we'll see. And then, you know, see what goes on from there. But King says, most people look out for you. Yeah, Cherry Cola, that is one thing. Like, metal show people, like, yeah, there's going to be some dudes that get super drunk. Used to be in the Marines, they're just going to like start throwing their arms. But the thing, at the same time, like, even I've gone to metal shows and saw like a woman, like, almost get hit. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I mean? So, like, people tend to look out for each other at shows. Yeah, I think it'd be all right. And Chris said, I was just going to ask about Aries being safer. That does happen. I'm gonna make it if you ever show up in LA. Oh, thank you, Roses. That'd be super sick. Yeah. Hey, yeah, that'd be super dope. I would love to be like, yo, Roses, what up? And you could probably meet. Zaku's in LA too, so you can meet Zaku too. We'd all be there. Yeah, I think if I were to try it in LA, I'll be honest. Particularly for LA, I have such a good relationship with High Tide. I'd probably want to do it there first. But I'm testing the model. I don't know. Low key, because one thing I remember, I don't know, maybe I'm holding myself to like an impossible standard, but I remember telling Brandon, the owner of High Tide, like, look, man, like, I appreciate you so much. I'm trying to throw all my shows here forever in the future, so we'll see. That and Cuban Real Roses, I mean, I don't know if you ever saw my Christmas Nostalgia shows, but those were like 250 cap, and like that was like 2 years ago, and I've grown so much since then. So I think LA might even get a bigger room. So I don't know if I could do the smaller show in LA. I think if we're going to LA, we're gonna be like, it's gonna be a big ass concert. Depending on my budget and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. LA. I mean, I know I just said it 5 seconds ago. Like, yeah, if you're trying to know, but now that my wits are about me, and I'm actually that one actually might. LA is the exception. Star on LA. But I still want to. I don't know. Maybe we can do like an after party or something, test it out. Because yeah. And oh yeah, I'm sorry, Chercola. What's it called? I'm black and a girl. I'm 2 times in danger. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a girl, but I am black. And what's it called? I've noticed that, like, thankfully, like, I don't know, metal shows, depending on which one you go to or what band you're trying to see, like, I've noticed that it's actually not. I've never felt like threatened at a metal show being black. Like, yeah, I'm not a girl, but you know what I mean. So it's metal people they're kind of like skateboarders, where they're kind of like anti-racist. Do you go to the right kind? You know what I mean? So, like, I guess, yeah, not racist, so anti being racist. That makes sense. But of course, you do get some people that are like, I don't know. You've only seen the one clip of, like, I guess some guy came with like a swastika shirt on at like a metal show, and like literally everyone in the crowd like literally beat him up. Like, this is not what we support here. So, like, I don't know. I think you might be all right. But again, just go with a friend. You know, try it at least once. But if you're not comfortable, do what's right for you. Anyways, King says, what's the metal band you think about going to, Cherry Cola? If you don't mind us asking. And Rosa says, I have no idea how I approach it over how shy I am, but I'm not letting that stop me. I feel that, Roses. Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll figure it out. Because I definitely, we'll figure it out. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Yeah, I appreciate you wanting to, you know, come out and say hi, even oh my god, even with the shyness. Sorry, Mom, I don't know why I can't speak today. And somebody does, oh, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, but Chirico says, I don't know the genre of Ginger or System of a Down or Korn for swing shows or Slipknot. Actually, I mean, if it means anything, Chirico, my homie K-Dog. Actually, he's probably not the best example because, I mean, he also is black, but it's just, you know, he's actually a little rough and rugged. No, I think he's a little rough and rugged. But he went to a Slipknot show with my other buddy Josh, and he had a really good time. But I mean, he would have told me if he was like, "There's one person called me the N-word" or something. He didn't say anything like that. He was like, "Yeah, everyone loved me there." So yeah. But he also was the kind of person that was like, "I'm gonna go to the wall of death," and like he didn't get like targeted or anything. If that makes sense. If that helps, I don't know. But again, you know, I feel like if you're a girl, you kind of get like, you definitely get treated differently. So I can only speak to the experience on the and the other binary gender. But yeah. Well, I hope it's at least somewhat helpful. Should I just I need rock rep or something with you. I'll just do this real quick. But I'm trying to think, do I have any homegirls that are black that go to metal shows? Not that I can think. All my it was super random, but all my black homegirls, I usually go to like dance shows with them, low key, like either Crystal, Yoitoki, stuff like that. And Chirico says, or eggs level. Whoa! If I do shows, that's a sick name. That's so long. But Beyond Moo, what's up, Big Rooster? Dude, Beyond Moo, gonna see it. Dude, thank you so much for giving me Witch of Mercury, dog. I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing on ×2 speed on VLC. So thank you, dude. It was hella good. I appreciate it. And I did download all of Ed, Edd n Eddy. I super appreciate it. Now I have it on a hard drive now, and I'm like, hell yeah. Baby, how you doing? How's your Sunday, Beyond Moo? And Moonlit Mystic, happy Sunday, Moonlit. How you doing? How's your Sunday going? Thanks for stopping by. Trickle says they're a South African death metal group. Yeah, South Africa really does have some dope metal groups. Like my buddy's parents, they're really big into or Ken and Tara. I mentioned them before. Ken and Tara, they're really into a band called Mad God, and they're like a South African doom metal band. And what's it called? They're pretty sick because they're really like into doom metal and stuff like that. Oh wait, no, I said I was gonna. Oh my god, I messed up. I was good. My brain always turns off. But Biamu says, hell yeah, bro. My Sunday's going pretty great. Me and the wife are here reading manga together. She's reading Blackbird. I'm reading Naruto. Oh, that's so adorable. That's so cool, dude. Heck yeah. I don't think I've ever watched or heard about Blackbird. That's cool. You're reading Naruto, dude. That's the certified hood classic. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last time I even watched Naruto. I always just watch clips on Instagram. They'd be popping up on my feed sometimes. I'm like, hell yeah. I remember this moment. You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh yeah, I was looking at my... Oh yeah. So what's going on? Oh, also I have... I can't show them. Oh, maybe I can. Hopefully they're not all gross. Hopefully they're not wet. But I wanted to show you all my swim trunks. What? Yeah. Oh, they really at the bottom? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, that's... Yeah, this is my actual bedroom now. Dang. Is that it right there? Oh, I found them. Oh, they smell like river. Yeah, these are my swim trunks. I forgot when I bought these, but dude, I got MFN, speaking of Arizona, I got MFN Arizona green tea swim trunks, dude. Yeah, I was chilling. No, all my homies were like, yo, let's see, you got the Arizona swim trunks. No one told me in person. No one was like, yo, where'd you get those? I have in the past. I'll go to the beach and be like, yo, the Arizona swim trunks. But yeah. So I was chilling in those, dude. But oh, heck yeah. To the deal. Beyond me, those trunks are dope. Ooh, I love that. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Roses. Yo, Moon, to the deal. But yeah, I was super hyped on them. I was like, yo, got the green tea swim trunks. Yeah, I remember I think I might have got them like right before the lockdown. But I also like early in the lockdown, I had a Arizona green tea COVID mask too. I used to be green tea dripped out, dude. And Chirico says, fun fact, Surge is actually a certified opera singer. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, I know they did the After System, like they did their own solo thing. It was very like operatic. Like they did do a lot of like classical kind of stuff. That was really cool. Also, real quick, low key. King says, yeah, he has an entire solo album with it. Oh, I know that. I was sleeping. I remember that one song that's like some of the prophets and stuff like that. I'll have to look at that. But if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna be back in like, I promise I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I have to pee hella bad. So give me like 1 minute, literally.
Order from Haddon.
Yo, my bad. I had to go to the bathroom so bad. You shouts at the Hayden, I think it was. It's just the Texas speech, but if you're watching Hayden, let me know. I'll pack it right now. My bad, I was in the bathroom. What's wild? I don't know. Yeah. For the dudes in here, do you ever see dudes in the men's bathroom and they don't wash their hands? I'm like, dude, who raised you? I'm like, bro, what are you doing, bro? That's crazy. And it's like at a gas station, I'm like, you're about to touch food after you just went to the bathroom. What are you doing, man? Yeah, I saw that yesterday and I was like, damn. But yeah, and Cherry Cola King is saying, but yeah, the best advice is to go with someone. Most people at shows are nice. Yeah, the best of it. So bring someone with you if you can go to a show. Most people at shows are nice, which I agree with. And we'll look out for anyone, especially if you plan on going to a pit. Yeah, I 100% agree. People tend to look out for each other. Yeah. Like I've been to a bunch of metal shows, but like, you know, there have been pretty intense pits and people like, hey, are you good afterward? You know what I mean? So stuff like that. Like, I feel like you really get to see empathy and humanity at shows, which is kind of surprising. Because I know the world, you know, people don't be showing it very often, but at a show, it's kind of like a expected thing, thankfully. But Beyonmu says, I don't know what Blackbird is about, but I got her 18 of the volumes. Oh, sick. I need 10 to 3-in-1s for Naruto, so technically I have 18 volumes so far. 18 more of the 3-in-1s. Is that like the size of the manga? 10x3? But that's sick, dude. That's cool you're collecting them. Yeah, I remember there was a manga I wanted to collect a while back called Pastel. It was like a slice of life manga my buddy got me into. Yeah, no, I never got to collect any manga. But I kind of always wanted to. I don't know, I just haven't. I literally had one CD left now. But yeah. Usually these days when I'm reading, it's usually like some kind of like business book, I'm not gonna lie. But I wish I need to read more manga. Manga's like kind of slept on. I mean, it's not, but it is. Because you get to like experience the story earlier and stuff like that. You have to wait for the anime to drop. I don't know, manga's dope. King says Knocked Loose is a good example. Knocked Loose is a good example. Yeah. I need more Groovy Galaxy CDs. Dang. Somebody do it at my workplace. I'd be in the stall. Oh, yeah. Okay. Do it at my workplace. I'd be in the stall. Hear somebody do their business and walk right out without washing their hands. This has added more paranoia to touching the door handles. Yeah, no, I would be. Yeah. And it's like, dude, we work together, man. Like how? And especially, it's like, how are you gonna get a promotion before me? You don't wash your hands when you go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? It's like stuff like that be keeping me up at night sometimes too. Like after I know that, I'm like, damn, dude, you get paid more than me and you don't wash your hands at the bathroom? That's crazy. You know what I mean? Not gonna assume that that's the case, but I've been in that situation before. It was like some dude that was I was at Google. It was like some guy that was like a super high up manager, went to the bathroom, made a bunch of noise as he was going to the bathroom, which was already kind of weird, and just walked out. And I was like, bro, how are you making like $300K a year not washing your hands going to the bathroom? You know what I mean? That's crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Byamu says omnibus volumes. I miscalculated to describe the 10 3-in-1s, Lamau. I have 3 volumes in one book. Oh, what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So it's like one of those like manga hardcover books. Yeah. Those are sick. Those are super sick. Because it is a nice way to collect without having to like, you know, individually buy every single one. Which is pretty clutch. But that's sick, dude. You know the manga I think I really want these days? Maybe like Demon Slayer? But yeah, I don't really, I gotta find the time to read some mangas. But you have like a whole long list of books I want to read. Like I know Brent Fayez, his manager, wrote a whole book about how he and Brent Fayez like built their whole like music career thing. Which I was like, oh, I'm gonna read that. That sounds so interesting. Both from like a business perspective, but also just like what was going through their heads when they like would do certain things, you know what I mean? Because like Brent Fayez is like one of the biggest independent artists of all time. So it's just like, oh wow. Y'all really did it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, someone earlier, I was asking if I had the lyrics to this song. and I was like, you can look up the sample, but even then I like rearranged the lyrics to make it the song mean like so yeah, like the chorus, I purposely rearranged it so the song is more about like having an unserious love partner, because the original song is just about like, I love playing music at the disco, but I like moved it around to make it more like, I wish my girlfriend would take our relationship seriously. You know what I mean? So yeah. Which that's the type of shit I'd be going through. But yeah. Oh, the other day, dude, right after I got my car fixed, dude, I saw someone with a sticker on their car. It was Hello Kitty skateboarding. I was like, yo, dude. I'd be so down to have like a Hello Kitty skateboarding sticker on my car. That goes so hard. Lubiamo says, nah, it's a soft cover. They don't do hard covers for Naruto. Oh, dang. Hard covers I'm going to be buying after I complete Naruto set is Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, yeah. I know you like Full Metal Alchemist. They're 25 each. There's 18 of them, so 450. Holy fuck. Yeah, that is a lot, dude. But you got it, you know what I mean? Just slow and steady wins the race, you know what I mean? Oh, dang. This was signed. Oh, these aren't signed. Oh. Oh, a lot of these aren't signed. Okay, I'll have to sign these. Ubalmu says, yes, sir. But you got this, dude. It's one at a time. That what I noticed about a lot of collectors is I've been the kind of person usually when I collect stuff, I like never sell it. Because I'm like, well, that's the, you know, I bought it for a reason, right? But I have some friends that like collect like vaporwave stuff, and what they'll do is they'll actually just, you know, as they collect stuff, they'll like keep an updated like collection online. And whenever they're like, you know what, actually, I'm not really into this as much as I thought I was, they'll like go ahead and resell it on like resale sites. So just throwing it out there, if you have like a collection of stuff, dude, and you're trying to like, you know, get Full Metal Alchemist instead, I say, you know, is there anything in your collection that you're like, I could let go of this? You know what I mean? If it meant I can get Naruto or Full Metal Alchemist faster. And I think having that mindset when it comes to collecting is that it's like an ever evolving collection, I think is like a pretty healthy one, rather than just like, no, I must just keep everything I've ever liked in my life. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all feel that way, but I've been trying to keep an open mind to trying that collecting strat. And Rosa says, I could never resell my stuff even when I lose interest, but I respect the mindset. Yeah, see, Rosa's, yeah. That I feel like it's a tough mindset. When I first saw it, I was like, what? How could you do this? You know what I mean? How dare you, as a fellow collector, how dare you? But the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Actually, yeah. Because like, I'm gonna keep it real. I have like a pretty fat vinyl collection, but there's some stuff in there that I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I could let go of this. If it meant I could get like, I don't know, like another D'Angelo vinyl or something. Because especially like early on, I don't know, early on my collecting stuff, like I tend to like, just like, oh my God, like shiny object. You know what I mean? And then eventually over time, I'm like, you know what, this actually didn't, over time, this isn't like, you know, when I would first listen, I don't know, some stuff like when you first get it, you like, it really sticks with you. But then as time goes on, you're like, yeah, but it's not really like, that was something I enjoyed like at that time in my life. It's not something I really think I'll be taking with me until the next chapter of my life, if that makes sense. I don't know. But Rose says, you know the game where Mario collaborated with the Rabbids? Yeah, I know that game. Yeah, I remember seeing it around when I was like, I think I remember seeing like a trailer and stuff when it first dropped. And Biamu says, I do plan on keeping the Naruto set. I plan on letting my future children read them when they're like teens. Oh, that would be super sick. Yeah, on that note, I've been seeing there's like a person, I think there's some kind of like Star Wars dad or something, but it's like them documenting their kids watching Star Wars for the first time. That's so adorable. I'm like, dude, hell yeah. Yeah, they're just like, what? Anakin is Darth Vader? Why? You know what I mean? It's like, oh. So yeah. Rosa says, so I own the figures they released from both games, and those are just example of my collection I couldn't let go. To be honest, yeah, that's a pretty sick to have those figures, Roses. That's actually super sick. I can see why you wouldn't want to let that go. But like, I don't know, like maybe it's more of a music thing, but I have like like I have like no shade to this artist, but I have a Dragon Ball Wave by Mitro because I think I got it on sale from a buddy of mine. Like, you know, at some point it was on sale, so I grabbed it because I was like, I love Dragon Ball Wave. Dragon Ball Wave was dope. But to keep it real, I never play it. Because whenever I listen to it, I'm more like, yeah, it's on like my hip hop playlist, but I thought I'd spend more time listening to it on vinyl. But it's just not like an album that, like, for me, I connect with on vinyl. So I'd be more than happy to let it go. Especially because, like, it does pretty good on Discogs. You know what I mean? So I'm like, so yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know, because like certain albums I want to listen to on vinyl. Like I love listening to Discoholic on vinyl. To me, it's like so much better. I love listening to like, I don't know, just certain albums I just like more on vinyl. Well, like, you know, like my go-tos to listen to on vinyl. Whereas some albums I'm like, you know, actually I kind of do like it more from a streaming perspective. So yeah. Well, I like the convenient. Oh my god. Not necessarily like I want to be on streaming platforms, but I like listening to it in a more convenient context. Like I'd be down for a CD, but vinyl is like so like intentional that like, I don't know. But Beyond says, Naruto was the first ever shown jump I've ever watched when it was first aired in the States, and it changed my whole perspective on life. No, I feel you on that, dude. Yeah, there's been so many animes that I've like watched where I've been like, this really actually changed the way that I feel about life. But it's technically a children's cartoon. Yeah. So yeah, like Demon Slayer is a big one for me. Every time I watch Demon Slayer, I'm like, I feel like I'm learning empathy. You know what I mean? So yeah. I like Kingdom Hearts, dude. I feel like Kingdom Hearts has really affected me for better and for worse. I'm such a all for one and one for all. Like every time I'm with my friends, I'm like, all for one and one for all, just like Sora, Donald, and Goofy. So I navigate my friend groups. But somebody else is fair. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I kind of, after thinking more about my buddy's perspective, I was like, you know what? He's not wrong. I could see myself, you know what I mean? So even if it means like I could like sell my Dragon Ball Wave on vinyl, I just haven't taken, I don't know, it's just, I probably should do it sooner rather than later, now that I think about it. But I have to just sit there and like go through vinyl by vinyl and like record them all. So it'd probably take like a few hours, but yeah. Then you have like an online collection of all your vinyl, and then you know. So yeah, I don't know. See, if I could sell Dragon Ball Wave on vinyl and get it on CD, then it's like problem solved. Because then I could listen to it in my car without having to like, you know what I mean? Anyways, Biamu says, watching it weekly on my CRT when it was a wee lad with my kids. Cuisine was so crazy. You know, yeah, for real. Dude, Kid Cuisine, dude. They would always do like the wildest sweepstakes for Kid Cuisine too. Didn't they have one for like you can meet Zach and Cody? Sweet Life of Zach and Cody if you like got a certain Kids Cuisine. And the logo was like I think the Skateboarding Pig one. He was so cool. I was like, yeah, that's who I want to be when I grow up. Is the Kid Cuisine penguin guy. But yeah. Oh, and I found out a buddy, the homie Marcus, texted me and they were like, yo, they got you at Sonic. And I guess Sonic, like, you know, the burger place Sonic, they sell a new sauce called Groovy Sauce. And I was like, yo, I gotta go to Sonic just to get my sauce, dude. They figured out my sauce and they're selling it at Sonic right now, dude. It's Sky says Kid Cuisine has fallen so far. It was kind of bad before decades ago. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much food stuff. Like they've just been trying to like also fight inflation. And by fight inflation, I mean give their CEOs bigger bonuses. But what's it called? They really just made the ingredients like straight garbage. So like, yeah, so much kid snacks tasted so much better, but they just slowly been like decreasing in quality to get bigger and bigger bonuses and stuff. Like a cereal too. Cereal, I feel like really, you know, just tastes, I don't know. That or I just grew up, but cereal to me just tastes like cardboard. But as a kid, dude, Trix was like, OG Trix was crazy good. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm like, what happened? But yo, Dill Pickle, dude, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Hey, man, got my free CD, great vibes. I think my cat enjoyed it too. That's so sick, dude. Heck yeah. Well, dude, thanks for also showing your cat. Yeah, man, I'm glad to hear you cat got to enjoy the vibes too. And yeah, dude, thanks again for grabbing. I appreciate it, Dill Pickle. Glad to hear that you enjoyed it. You enjoyed all the vibes. I appreciate you taking a chance on my tunes, dude. How's your Sunday? If you got a second, how you feeling? And yeah, I mean, my brother would talk mad shit about me watching it too. But I was like, I don't give a fuck. This shit goes hard. Yeah, we both watched Hello Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. No, I've definitely had like family members too be like, why are you watching that stuff? I mean, even my mom would be like, why do you watch all that weird cartoons? It's like, Mom, but you don't understand. This is actual storytelling. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel you on that. I would also be like, I don't care. I remember too, my dad used to make fun of me a lot for watching stuff like that. I remember one time I was like watching it, and I think he was like making something in the kitchen, and he like stopped for a second. And he was like, "So, what's going on here?" And I was like, "No, Dad. You said this shit was whack. Go finish making your ribs and go to the room. You said it was whack. You got to get out the room." No. Of course I didn't say that, but you know, it's in that moment I was like, no. Yeah. So yeah. But yo, the Wooster, dude, that's a sick name. How you feeling? Sonic Ocean Water is so good, bruh. I haven't tried Ocean. I'll have to try it out. Like you're talking about Sonic the burger place too? They have a drink called Ocean Water? That sounds good. And Rosa says, as a kid, I never was allowed to eat Quid cuisines. I don't know if I missed out over the quality drop. I mean, yeah, it's like kind of like it's a microwave meal. Like, you know, it's something you eat as a kid. Definitely something you get hyped on as a kid because it has like little snacks and stuff. But I don't think you really missed out. Like, there's other things I'd say. Like, if you never had a Pop-Tart, I'd be like, damn, you kind of missed out. But like Kid Cuisine, I think you can live without. If you've never had a Go-Gurt, okay, you kind of missed out. Kid Cuisine is like, you know what I mean, like B tier missed out in terms of kid snacks. And King says, for the Sonic Groovy sauce, it would be the go-to collab for cooking with Kaiju. Yeah, no, for real. I still need to, what's it called? Set up like a cooking setup. I want to show you all my ice cream that I make, dude. One of these days. And Biamu says, bro, Kid Cuisine was so ass. But I ate it Lowe's, either that or some Lunchables. Yeah, Lunchables are good, dude. Lunchables kind of still smack to this day. I was eating Lunchables for a little bit. It's just, they're kind of high in calories and they have a lot of sodium. But Lunchables kind of not a bad option as an adult, not gonna lie. And yes, Skyr says you missed nothing of value for Kid Cuisines. And Simply says they had to reduce sugar in cereal. It just doesn't have the same. Are you sure that they had to reduce it? Because I think it's something else. Because I mean, I can't imagine them having more sugar than back in the day. Which actually, you know what? Because they used to have Oreo cereal, so maybe they did reduce the sugar. Because Oreo cereal was actually kind of insane. The fact that we had that. And Sky says, at least Honey Bunches of Oats is still as good as ever. Yeah. Yeah, that and I know it's kind of maybe a hot take, but I like, was it Simple K? The strawberry one? That one's pretty dang. That's like low-key one of my favorites. That's still smacking. Sky says, not even as a kid, something about Quid Cuisine, from the mac and cheese to the brownie. Yeah, the brownie in Kid Cuisines was pretty cursed. It was an acquired taste. I remember it was very acquired. I remember that about Kid Cuisine. And De Wooster says, yes, ask for Ocean Water. Shit is great. Okay, cool. I haven't been to Sonic in a minute, but next time I go, I'll try to remember to do that. Yeah, I have a homie that goes to Sonic every once in a while, so maybe next time I'll be like, yo, man, while you're there, can you grab me some Ocean Water? See what they say. Put them on game for me. Thank you, De Wooster. I appreciate it. And Dill Pickle says, final week is rough, but I'm graduating, so it's not that bad. Hey, congrats on graduating, dude. That's what's up. Super, super huge congrats on graduating, man. And good luck through finals week, dude. I hope you can get through it. But yeah, final week does suck, dude. I'm gonna do finals week. But Rosa says, yeah, Lunchables wasn't impressive me as a kid as lunch, but as a snack it makes sense. Yeah, Lunchables is like a snack. As an adult, I'll eat like 2 of them. They're pretty good. Somebody said the brownie was the worst. Maybe it was in the microwave for too long, but I never got it right. Yeah, no, the brownie was like this mushy, weird, goopy thing. It was an acquired taste. I remember eating as a kid being like the texture like but but being like has sugar in it. You know what I mean? That's how my kid brain reacted to the Kid Cuisine brownie. It's kind of like, I've had worse before. You know what I mean? But it's technically dessert. And Byamu says, I get the one with the almonds and the clusters, bro. It's still goated. Yeah. No cluster stuff and what's it called? Cereal is super dank. I get the adult Lunchables, just buy the charcuterie board that has like an excessive amount of crackers, meats, and cheese. Oh yeah, no, I feel that. I'm not a big charcuterie guy. So I had what's it called? I dated someone whose family was like super into charcuterie boards. And I don't know, something about the salami is all like, it's a weird spice. I don't know. Not that I understand it's good, but just it's just not for me, sadly. I wish I could get into them. But I do like going to parties with them. Like, it's cool when they're at a party. I like seeing a charcuterie board at a party because crack some meat. Hell yeah. Protein. But I've yet to make one myself. But Rose asked a great question. What's everyone's favorite childhood snack that we're talking about? Korean cuisine? Snack? I think it's frozen chocolate covered raisins. I don't know if that's cursed, but that's what I think that's my number one. I used to go to like the bulk section of Winco, and then just get like a gigantic bag of chocolate raisins, freeze them all, and then that was like my go-to snack. I wouldn't eat it today because it's like way too much sugar for my teeth, but oh, this came out not glossy. Oh, that's what it's like when it's okay. But yeah, how about you, Roses? And Rosa says, my brother occasionally bought charcuterie packs like that and I liked them. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm definitely the odd one out. I wish I could enjoy charcuterie more. But to me, I'm just like, yeah. But Skyer says chocolate covered coffee beans. I didn't know they made those. Wouldn't those be hard? Skyer, are they like soft? Like, how do they crunch? So I've seen them before, but I was like, I thought you were supposed to like make espresso with them. You know what I mean? I know I could just eat them. But Simply Dale says the gummy fruit snacks from Mulches are the Scooby-Doo ones. Oh yeah, Scooby-Doo motherfucking fruit snacks are crazy, dude. The Scooby-Doo ones in particular are like built different. What was your favorite one? I always liked the like pastel blue one. That was like the dankest one out of the pack. Always in the Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. Everyone says great choices. The gummy fruit snacks are my favorite too, specific for the character. Yeah, the character ones are super dope. And oh, that's funny. At the exact same time, Beyond Blue, the blue Scooby is good. And same time, let's go. So Beyond Blue, Simply Dale, yes, hell yeah. That's what's up. And Sky says they crunch. Okay, I have to buy some. Is it like a kind of like a potato chip crunch, or is like, Sky, are you like chewing for a minute? Like, does it hurt your teeth? Or are they like, I don't know, dehydrated, so they like, I don't know. You know, I've bought coffee beans before and ground them, so I'm in my mind, I'm just thinking like, damn, that would hurt your teeth trying to like, you know what I mean, bite on a coffee bean. But Beyond Moo says, my go-to snack was, and still to this day, is hot fries. Oh, hot fries are dank. Yeah, I wish I could do spicy foods better. But what's crazy though is I always preferred Takis over hot fries, even though Takis are spicier. Like if I have to eat one, I'm Takis over hot fries. And Sky says, nah, they ain't hard. I feel it, yeah. Okay, cool, I'll have to try some. Thank you. What's wild though is hot fries, if I'm not mistaken, is like a uniquely American thing, because I had a roommate named Jenny, and her cousin was Australian. So whenever she'd come visit my roommate out here, she would always like bring a second suitcase just to fill it with hot fries, because they don't sell them in Australia. She was like, oh my god. She was Vietnamese. She's like, I can't believe you guys have this. This is the greatest thing ever made. And Rosa says, snack choice is so good, I'm hungry now. Lol. Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, I think, how long are we streaming for? I have like about another hour. Yeah, I'm excited to eat my leftover spaghetti in about an hour. And then I gotta pack 30 orders. So I'll be up all night, but I'm looking forward to it. So I'm just gonna listen to CIA people talk about being in the CIA, other weird stories. Listen to a bunch of weird CIA stories. Lobiamu says, Lamau, I have an ulcer myself. Oh, wow. Since I was a kid because of eating Takis and all that shit. I was supposed to get surgery. Oh, shit. Thank you, Jimmy.
New merch order from Jimmy.
If you're watching, Jimmy, let me know and I'll pack it real quick for you. Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate it. But I was supposed to get surgery too close if I didn't stop eating them. So I stopped for like 1 month and went back to eating them to this day. I still eat the hot chips now. That's wild. Yeah, I had a buddy that used to eat hella spicy food. Thankfully, they never got an ulcer. But dude, I'm sorry to hear you got an ulcer, man. That must have sucked. But I'm glad to hear you're able to like just power through it. Just give yourself a break and it was able to work out. Have you got it checked on since then? Like, did it like heal itself? So I feel like when you're a kid, your body just kind of like, oh, well, we gotta figure this out. We're still young. Regenerate those cells real quick. You know what I mean? What's also wild too is I've been living in Arizona for a year now and I just barely bought one of those like car sunshades. You know what I mean? And it does make a huge difference in how hot it gets. Rose says, I can't eat anything spicy anymore without consequences, so I miss spicy food. No, I feel that, yeah, Roses. Yeah, the consequence for me is just my mouth be hot. Going to the bathroom sucks. And yo, Panda Cord! All the way home, I'm getting my wisdom teeth out tomorrow, so I'm off to work till Friday. Hey, dude, I mean, Pancorn, so okay, congrats on getting back home, but keeping it real, Pancorn, I hope your wisdom teeth surgery goes as good as mine, because I loved mine. I mean, if you're nervous at all, don't be. I loved my wisdom teeth surgery. I mean, I hate to admit it, because essentially what I loved was the drugs. I don't do drugs, but man, let me tell you, that shit was crazy. It was crazy. It's the afterward that sucks. So, yeah, Pancorn, just get yogurt. It's the afterward because you can't eat anything like solid, or else like your wisdom teeth, you get a dry socket. Apparently that's terrible. So lots of applesauce, lots of yogurt, and the real strat, Pancorn, if you're listening right now, get an Instant Pot and buy a bunch of chicken and beef broth, and then make potatoes with that because you're gonna miss savory foods by like day 3. You're like, I just want to eat a hamburger so bad. So yeah, just try to make like mashed potatoes with like beef and chicken broth because it'll give you the closest thing that you're allowed to eat close to like meat is using the broth. And then like, you know, maybe like make mashed potatoes and air fry it to get like little like, so there's a little bit of like a you know what I mean? I don't know, you'll see. But because I've never done drugs, so we'll see. Yeah, I mean, me neither really, but it's just a good time, dude. It's a crazy good time. So I'd actually, if I were you in your shoes right now, I'd be excited for the operation. Just afterwards, that sucks. So yeah, and try not to talk. Try not to talk afterwards, because you know you're gonna have a bunch of blood in your mouth, low key. You're not gonna feel it, but yeah. I also goofed because I like talked too much and I ended up like having to go to the sink when I got home. I was like, whoa. It was crazy. But yeah, Rosa says, it made me just realize avoiding it worked too well. Yeah, spicy foods, yeah, because you don't have the tolerance anymore, Roses. My bad. Yeah, same. But I don't know, because the way I season my food now, just because the way I like it to taste, I kind of have like a subtle spice tolerance. So kind of like, yeah, I just use lots of paprika and cayenne pepper because I like the flavor it brings. But yeah. Biamu says it still sucks. It sucks still, but I'm pretty sure I still have it by the same time, the stomach ulcer, but I don't know if I think it close too. I do have gastritis though. I don't know what gastritis is. I'm about to find out what I got going on my stomach though. Because yeah, when I did the tubing thing, I think I mentioned it earlier, but you know, I got stomach issues. And where I goofed, dude, is I was like, oh damn, I'm gonna be stuck in the water for a minute, and like I'm not trying to like, I was trying to like not spend money with my homies, and I was like, I don't want to stop at McDonald's on the way or anything, because like trying to save money. So I like just literally got a bunch of oatmeal, made it, didn't have time because my buddies was like, be here at 7, and they were already like, yo, where you at? And it was like 6:50, and I was like, fuck. So I just had a bunch of oatmeal I just made. I was like, there's no way I can eat this like with a spoon fast enough. Poured it all into like a blender bottle, and just like on the way driving there, just like inhaled it. But the thing is, oatmeal has a bunch of fiber in it, And like I got, I use milk. I use like lactose-free milk, and that tends to be okay for my stomach. But what I noticed is that every time I eat oatmeal, I have to immediately go to the bathroom after. But then I got like, my stomach got like camera shy, and it wasn't until like 2 hours into my stomach like, all right, now we're about to just burst open alien style if you don't go to the bathroom. And I was like, I have to wait here for 2 more hours. So I don't know. Pretty much what I'm trying to say, Buyamu, is I'm going to my first doctor's appointment in a long time next week. And I'm so excited to be like, what is up with my stomach? Because I might probably have some stomach thing. I know my mom does, so I probably have what my mom has, but I don't know for sure yet. Anyways, I don't know. My bad to go on that random tangent, but yeah. But Pancorn says, my brother wants to give me some of his edibles as a gift since he's back from college for the summer, so maybe I'll do that with a friend around to make sure I don't explode or whatever at some point. Yeah, I mean, you could. Like, I mean, it's definitely fun. Like, I would say go for it. But at the same, I don't know, for me, after the operation, it didn't hurt. Like, my mouth didn't hurt. I think they might have given me Vicodin, but like, I don't think I ever even used it because it doesn't hurt that bad. So if you're trying to do it just for like the fun of it, like, then yeah, go for it. But in terms of pain, like, I was okay afterwards. I don't think I even remember. I think I might have taken like ibuprofen and I was fine for any time my mouth hurt. So yeah. But unless you're referring more to just like, ooh, I want to try something new, then yeah, life's too short to not try something new. So yeah. But Biamu says, when I was young, I first started having symptoms. I wasn't able to have solid foods and severe stomach pains. Oh man, causing me to throw up. Damn. My mom took me to the hospital, did a CT scan, saw 2 small ulcers. I said either stop eating that shit or I get surgery to close them. And I was like, hell no, I'll stop. Well, no, I feel that, yeah. Yeah, I think my, something similar happened to my sister where like pretty much she had a thing going on and they were like, you need to like slow down. And she was like, or I was supposed to do surgery. And she was like, surgery? It just immediately changed her entire lifestyle overnight. I was like, hell no, I'm not getting surgery. So yeah. But yeah, I'm glad you got it figured out. You probably need some probiotics to help your gut biome. I'm not a doctor. Yeah, Biamu, so I tried that. I tried drinking like kombucha and stuff like that and like doing some little probiotic stuff and it kind of helped, but not really. So like, this is probably something else going on. But yeah, but I did try that route though of just already like trying to do more probiotic stuff, but it didn't seem to make a big difference. So yeah, I'll see. We'll see what the doctor says. But it would be funny though if I go and I was like, yeah, drink some probiotics. I'm like, okay, well, let me find some better ones. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Pancorn says, oh, they'll give me painkillers to take. I didn't mean the edibles for the pain from surgery. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad they're gonna give you painkillers, yeah. But edibles just for fun, yeah. Yeah, I'd say go for it, dude. If it's just for fun, man, why not? Life's too short. If there's something you want to try, I say try it. Fuck it. But Rose says, I'm gonna deal with that. Yeah, I agree. And Rose says, I need more fiber in my body. Fiber, like Fiber the artist will know. In my body, actually, is oatmeal as good as that people say. I like it for the flavor, but I think it does have a lot of fiber in it. Let me double check. Google, is oatmeal a good source of fiber? Is whole grain oatmeal a good source of fiber? Lamau actually auto-put that. Hell yeah. Yeah, it says it's an excellent source of fiber. And I guess a serving has about 4 grams of fiber. So 13% of daily recommended intake in just 1 bowl per serving. And deadass, I'll usually eat about 3 servings of oatmeal for breakfast. So it's about like more than half my fiber for the day. So yeah. Oatmeal is good. Oh my God. Love me. And Biamu says, I was smoking like 3 years ago. I ended up getting cannabinoid and herbinol. I didn't know there was a syndrome for smoking. That's crazy. It sucks because the only thing for me to stop feeling nauseous. Oh, that's a bum. Yeah. But it also caused me to feel that way. Oh, wow. Dude, that's, yeah. So you're playing like a balancing game, dude. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I hope you're able to figure that out too, Biamu, dude. Yeah, because I know it helps a lot with nausea. I think someone in my life, I'm trying to remember. I remember someone in my life used to get super nauseous, and then it would also do the same thing. And Zubadeo says, if you want more flavor, add honey and brown sugar. Oh yeah, Zubadeo. What I do is honey and cinnamon. I do honey, cinnamon, stevia. But I'm kind of like worried though about how much honey I'm adding, because I'm like, honey has like a pretty good amount of calories in it. So I'm trying to find a good sweetener that's like 0 calorie. But I've yet to be able to find one that tastes good with the oatmeal. But Biamu says it was a double-edged sword. I stopped smoking in general, but that's around the time I found you. Okay, cool. Well, hey, I guess everything happens for a reason, right? Yeah, I remember you telling me that you found my music around that time. You were like kind of switching around your lifestyle. Hey, Austin.
New merch order from Austin.
Thank you, Austin. If you're watching, let me know and I'll pack it right now, dude. But yeah. Alright, cool. I think we went over that's everything I've been. What else is there to bring up too? Yeah. Oh, today's International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia. So that's pretty sick. I actually watched a video earlier too about from it got recommended to me on YouTube from Jaden Animations. It's crazy she's from Phoenix. And I'm like, you're from here. Because I used to see your stickers around and I was like, why is this one random YouTuber stickers all around Phoenix? I was like, oh wow, you're like the mega. I didn't know you were from here. Anyways, I watched her video. I guess she said she was ace. And I was like, oh wow. So shout out to all my LGBTQ A+ homies. If you're homophobic, I feel sorry for you. But yeah, that's an amazing day. Yeah, no, definitely, for real. Hell yeah. Because like, if you're homophobic, that's crazy, because that means your music taste must be terrible, dude. It's a garbage music taste, man. Listen to bullshit all day long. Couldn't be me, dude. Rosa says, I'm Arrow Ace, so it was nice hearing her story. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so like similar. That's dope. That's super sick. Yeah, I got a homie that's Ace. And I remember I don't know, we were friends for a long time. And they kind of like realized it, over the years we were friends. And I was like, oh wow, man, that's cool. I thought I was like, I don't know. It was like, well, you ever have a friend that you're like, huh, wonder why they've never like dated anybody. You know what I mean? And I just remember like they, I don't know, we would like talk about it sometimes, but it was never like, I was one day like, I think I'm Ace. I was like, oh, makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad you discovered that, dude. Hell yeah. And Pancorn says, okay, now I'm home walking the dog. Hey, thank you, dude. Enjoy walking the dog. That's super dope. Yeah, low-key, every once in a while I'm like, it'd be cool to be able to walk a dog, but I already know like after the first couple times I'd be like, nah, I'm trying to chill at the house with the cats. You know what I mean? That makes sense. I'm definitely a chill at home with the pets kind of person. But I feel like dogs are great exercise, get you out of the house. They give you a reason to like not sit on your computer all day, which is pretty sick. And Rosa says, me when I heard the terms for the first time. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's cool that she opened up about that, yeah, because I feel like I feel like she said in her story too, that like you must feel like so validating to be like, oh wow, like I'm not the only person that feels this way, you know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes I like some of the, I don't know, I guess an emotion that I get really thankful for sometimes is just feeling validated on something. Not that I'm like looking for things that like are constantly just reinforcing what I already think, but I don't know, some of like the weirder parts of my life where I'm like, oh wow. I never like once stopped to think like if I was the only person experiencing this, but I definitely felt that way. And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Pancorn says the moon looks sick tonight. Yeah, dude. It's because see, you activated it, Pancorn. Yesterday was a new moon in Taurus, so the moon should be like dark, no? Or I guess it's probably like a waxing crescent, So it probably is like the, you know what I mean? From like, I'd assume it does. Or that, or it, you know, probably has like the halo around it because it's a new moon. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's the one thing that is pretty goofy with being into astrology is yesterday doing the whole river tubing thing. Someone was like, say like the 16th, and I was like, yes, it is, because it's a new moon in Taurus. And they're like, oh, thanks. Hey, Pancake, yeah, small sliver. Yeah, I know, dude. I'll be looking at my charts. I'll be looking at my charts. I'll be keeping an eye on the stars. But cool, thanks for confirming it's a small sliver, dude. I appreciate that. Rosa says, I'm the only one that sees the stream freeze now and then. I just want to make sure it's just me. My OBS says it's fine. So it might be just you, but if someone else is on Twitch, you got a second. Let Roses know if, or I guess let me and Roses know if the stream's going goofy. But OBS says we're doing great. I haven't dropped a single frame. Oh, did I just realized, is YouTube chat coming in? I hope so. Oh, okay, it has been. Okay. Well, just in case, YouTube chat is working too, Roses. And Pancorn says, I think it would be cool to have a telescope. No, for real, it would. Yeah, I remember having a telescope as a kid, but I could never figure out how to use it. Like, I think my parents bought it for me because I wanted to like be an astronomer one day, which is kind of funny. You know, here we are. But what's it called? Yeah, but I could never figure out because it was like, you know, you had to like twist it and stuff, and I was like, I don't know, I'm a kid. My parents couldn't figure it out either, so I was like, oh, I just got a telescope that I don't know how to use. That and like our house had like a bunch of trees and stuff, so I was like, where am I supposed to go to look at stuff? I can't look at stuff in my room like in the movies, you know what I mean? So yeah. I don't know, telescopes are cool though, I'm sorry, I'm gonna ramble. But thank you, Dale, for confirming that, you know, things aren't skipping for you. And Pancro, I really fuck with space. Hey dude, same here. Space is super dope. I super fuck with space, man. Yeah, I think also space is like my favorite genre of story. I love Star Wars, I love Space Dandy, I love Cowboy Bebop. I love Gundam. Because I watched the Gundam anime now, thanks to Beyond Moo, so hell yeah. Rosa says, I want a telescope that I remember about light pollution. Oh yeah, exactly, that's another thing. I lived in like SoCal, so like it's so light polluted, you can't really see anything. That's I remember making one of the songs for Aviscerall about like the lack of light pollution in Phoenix, even though there is, I mean, it's still a big city, so there is, but it's just like not even close to how much light pollution's in LA and stuff. But yeah, like it's crazy because I can like pretty much very clearly see Jupiter with my plain eyes every night, or whenever it was like on our side of the globe. But yeah, I guess, well, it is on our side of the globe for like every night for hot, but I think like the next 6 years. But yeah, I don't know, pretty much every night I could clearly be like, that's Jupiter right there. You know what I mean? So that's super sick. But in LA, like there's no way. It's super tough to tell what planet's what with your bare eyes. And Pancorn says, you play Outer Wilds? I've definitely told you this before, but it's still a little... No, I did I tell you, Pancorn? I had a roommate that actually I watched him play it. So I've never played it myself, but the game is, I've seen it before. It's super sick. And somebody says, you might like No Man's Sky. So I have actually played No Man's Sky. I've done like co-op runs with NetNavi, and it is good. But I don't know. I could never get into it. It's kind of like slow Minecraft in space, and like I get it. I don't know. I like tried to get into it, and just I don't know. I feel like it's like I'm doing chores more than like enjoying a video game. If that makes sense. I don't know. But isn't video game just like virtual chores? You think about it? But I don't know. For some reason, my brain's dumb. Like I'm doing space chores. If that makes sense. And Rosa says, can you see more stars? I have no idea at this point the difference over how some pictures can have specific details too. Yeah, and in Phoenix roses, it's just less light pollution. So you can see, yeah, it's like you can see more, just they're brighter. So like something that's too dim to see in LA, you could probably see in Phoenix, like, you know what I mean? Or even like, I don't know, Jupiter is a really bright in the sky. But in LA, it's like dimmer. So it's hard, you have to like really look to find it. But out here, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, there it is. Like you just clearly look at it and be like, yep. And the pro tip is planets don't twinkle. So like stars, they twinkle, but a planet is just a constant light. So if you want to tell in the sky if a star is a star or a planet, stars will like, like beep, 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 whereas planets are just like boom. So yeah. But Simply Dose does not. I feel that personally. I don't like base building games. I'd rather one just be there. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Subadeo. Yeah, I wish I was though, because No Man's Sky totally is like up my alley. I still want to play Cyberpunk. I still haven't played Cyberpunk. And I know it's like actually good now, and I'm like, one of these days. One of these days, hopefully soon. Things have been going pretty alright, so we'll see. And Rosa says, oh yeah, I noticed that. Okay, cool. I'm glad you also saw the planets twinkle and stuff. Oh, I guess I don't need that. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Let's see if I can, there should be enough signed CDs for now. Gonna do more Radical Reptars, and I think we'll do some more Save Zeros. And then I gotta lock in after Spaghetti to pack some orders. It's beautiful. Cyberpunk was kind of cool. I never finished it. Oh, dang, yeah. Yeah, I remember some people like swore by it, like, yo, Cyberpunk is so dank. But I just never got the time to finish it. Oh yeah, also, I've been meaning to say this to y'all for a minute. If I ever wear the same outfit every day, I swear I'm washing my clothes and taking showers. I swear. It's just because I like this specific pant, so I have multiple versions of this pant, and then these are all my leftover crystal shirts. I have like 10 of them. So and they look good on me, so I'm just literally wearing the same outfit. I'm like a cartoon character at this point. And rather than trying to be like, oh, let me like switch up my outfit for stream. If anyone asks, I swear I'm taking showers. I swear I'm taking showers. But yeah. But what else is going on? Ever heard of an air fryer, buddy? Yeah, oh yeah, I love air fryers, dude. What air fryer lore do you got, Pancorn? You gotta change your name to Air Fryer Corn, dude. Yeah. I guess it's a pack rat day. That's the one thing I was always afraid of. Speaking of being a collector, I think I might have got it from my grandma, because my grandma would just like keep everything. And I was always like, I want to be a pack rat, I want to be a pack rat. So I've had to like force myself to throw stuff away sometimes, or just like not collect something. It's like a internal challenge I have. Because even when I moved into this place, I'm like, dang. I was like, I don't have that much stuff. But dude, I do have a lot of stuff, low key. I'm just like my grandmother. But Pancorn says, it's a joke about the clothes? Oh, damn. I missed the whole joke. I'm sorry, Pancorn. What do air fryers have to do with clothes? I'm sorry, Pancorn. You have to explain the joke to me. I know that ruins it. I'm sorry. I'm so lost. Oh, I see what you're saying. If someone asks you if you didn't wear that yesterday, you ever say, you ever heard of a washing machine? Yeah, no, okay. Lamau. Hell yeah. But you say air fryer because it's... Okay, I get it. That's funny. Hell yeah. But Rosa asks, can you air fry popcorn? I don't think you can, because the popcorn would like... Because in air fryer, it's kind of like just a hot plate on the top. Like a hot piece of metal that just like radiates heat below, so the popcorn would pop up into it, and that's probably like not good because then it's just, you know, gonna get stuck on the metal thing on the top. But yeah, so I usually use a microwave. But I think if you like could like maybe wrap the popcorn in foil, you probably can make it work. Maybe. But popcorn's also kind of like goofy in how you make it, you know what I mean? Like I have like a microwave kernel popcorn maker. So like I get raw kernels, season the kernels, and then I microwave them in like a specialty microwave popcorn maker thing. And that's pretty good. But yeah. But yeah, I'm getting so hungry. Oh my God. Talking about all this food. Liz says, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, they sell them online on Amazon and stuff. But it's also World Baking Day. Do y'all like to bake anything in particular? I kind of stopped baking. I just air fry everything now. Which technically it's like a countertop oven, if you think about it. But yeah, I'd be baking my eggs. I'd be baking hash browns. I'd be baking, yeah, everything gets baked at this point. Pancakes. I want to make oatmeal cookies, low-key, because I have all the oatmeal. I'm like, I bet oatmeal cookies would be dank. Put some protein in them. Protein oatmeal cookies. But I haven't made them because I'm like, that's a danger. I'd eat way too many. That's a dangerous thing to make. But I bet they'd be hella easy to make in the air fryer. Rose says, I still want to start baking or air fried instead. Oh, the popcorn or just in general? Oh, baby. Banana bread with peanut butter powder sounds crazy. Yeah, I have peanut butter powder too. In general, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about that's nice about an air fryer is that like if you don't mind making like smaller portions, like yeah. Or get 2 air fryers. Solve all your problems right there. And you'll make it twice as fast. So what this is, I bake salmon, that's about it. I feel it, yeah. Video on your baking game, dude. What's wild is super random. Remember how I said I have like a weird memory of like Super Mario Galaxy with Pop-Tarts, unfrosted Pop-Tarts? Another game I have a specific food memory of is Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Because I remember I was working at Google and I was living in San Jose. It's like in the Silicon Valley pretty much. And Amazon goofed and they mailed me the game like 2 days early, like before it even released. And I was like, oh shit, I got it early. And it was like, because pretty much I think the game was gonna come out like a Monday or a Tuesday or something like goofy like that, right? And I was like, okay, but I ended up getting like right before the weekend started. I was like, let's go. I got 2 copies of one for me and like the girls at the time. And I remember I was playing the game and then she made cookies and like, I don't know what the hell she put in those goddamn cookies, but they were the best chocolate chip cookies I ever ate in my entire life. And what's weird about them is that they came out more like biscuits. Like they were like, not like flat, but they kind of had flour in them and they were like more like puffy, but they weren't like cakey. It was weird. It was like a trippy chocolate chip, but it was so good, dude. I ate so many of them and just played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and it was like the best stay-at-home play Pokemon with your girlfriend day ever, dude, ever. And ever since then, like she was like, "This is how I made them." I could never recreate them. She even like wrote down the recipe for me. I just couldn't do it the way she did. I tried for years, dude. So yeah. So whenever I think of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, I can taste the motherfucking cookies. Like, oh, they were so good. So yeah. But yeah, baking stuff is dope, dude. You gotta bake some cookies, man. But that's the thing is that I know if I were to make oatmeal cookies or something, I would eat them way too much. Oh yeah, I need more of these. Oh, I ran out. Oh shit. All right, well. Dun, dun. All right, we got the. Make a note of that. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Oh, I have to type. No. Set up. My bad. I keep having to like take notes of stuff I gotta buy because now I'm doing, because I buy just the jewel cases now. I like have to like manage how many pieces of paper I have for each album plus the disc plus the jewel. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm going sicko mode, doing everything I can to save money so I can keep giving out free stickers. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, what else is going on? Dun, 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 dun. It's also National Mushroom Hunting Day. That's pretty cool. I was talking to a friend about like oh yeah, I have a buddy that super another random story. I have a buddy that they travel a bunch. So like they like go back and forth to Japan like multiple times a year. And last time we hung out, they were like, "Yeah, man, I want to move to Japan." And I eventually got to admit, like, "Yeah, I'm just kind of lazy. I'm like for real down to move. I'm too lazy to figure it out." Oh, Rose says the puffball mushroom is my favorite. Hey, I've never seen that mushroom. Is it your favorite just because of the way it looks or because of how the way it tastes? But yeah, so this Japan homie of mine, pretty much, I guess they like finally made progress, and like their boss, even though it's like a US based company, they're like, I mean, if all you need is a visa, like I'm down to like just say the company needs you to be in Japan for some weird reason and see if we can get an easy visa for you. And he's like, "You would do that for me?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't mind." And he was like, "Thank you so much." So yeah, he might actually move to Japan. And then because I've known them long enough, I was like, I don't know, once I've known you long enough, I'm like, now because of all my astrology stuff, I'm like, "What's your chart, man? What time were you born?" You know what I mean? So I was looking at his chart and I was like, "Oh, I think you're moving to Japan like this year, dog. I think you're gonna get that visa." And he was like, "Oh shit, hell yeah." And I was like, "You think about moving in like August?" He's like, "Actually, yeah," because I was doing the math and I was like, "It'd probably be around August that I move." And I was like, I think you're moving in August, man." And he was like, "Oh shit." So yes, that was really nice. But it looks, I've never tasted it before. You should look it up as first price. All right, I'll look it up real quick. Yeah, puffball mushroom. Puffball mushroom. Yeah, I just moved clean off my desk, so that works out. Oh, they're so big. Yeah, they look like pieces of dough. Huh? He looks like kind of like cheese. Here's one that looks like a butt. That's funny. Yeah, these look like they taste good. I'm not gonna lie. Hell yeah, yeah, giant ball, yeah. If there's one that's like as big as a person, that's crazy. That's cool. But yeah, I brought this up, speaking of mushrooms, because I was like trying to tell them something about their chart. And I was like, you would get along with animals that like do work. So like horses would like him, like, because you know horses can like, you know, do the thing. But like horses use the example, but he's like, what if I got a pig that can hunt mushrooms? Would that count? And I was like, it's like one of those gray zones where it's like, maybe. So yeah. So we were like joking a lot about that. Like, okay, you're gonna get a horse or you're gonna get a pig that can hunt mushrooms. But anyways, yeah, truffle hunter simply that you know what I'm talking about. But Rose says they get so big people can cook them in the States. That's cool. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'd be down for a mushroom steak. Yo, vegans are mouth watering right now. What's the word? Vegans are salivating right now over the puffball mushroom. He was onto something though, they're valuable. Yeah, the truffle hunter monster pigs are super valuable, yeah. Yeah, truffles are super expensive. Yeah. The only thing I've ever had like truffle really, like I've had like, I don't know, truffle, y'all have the what's the chips called? The turtle chips? Yeah, the turtle chips, duh. But turtle chips, they have a truffle flavor that's so dank. But it is kind of like super MSG, but like, yeah, you know turtle chips? Like the Korean snack? I think they're Korean, or they're Japanese. I think they're Korean though. But yeah, so truffle flavored turtle chips are really good. But, oh, Rose real quick says, I heard of stories people randomly finding truffles in their yard or areas. That would be, oh, dude. Hell yeah. I wish I found me some truffles in my yard. I'd be like, hey, yo. But yeah, there was like this one like pop-up burger place in Venice. My homie that lives in Philly, he was like a big foodie. So he would go around LA, like he'd find all like the super like low key, you have to know somebody food spots in like Venice, because they like lived in LA proper. And like he would just go there with like his wife. But yeah, once we went, it was this like burger place called Adrift. And I guess it was like run by like a Michelin star chef. It was like a little like pop-up thing he was doing, just like test out like a burger restaurant idea. And they had like these truffle chips. So it was like potato chips they would like make themselves and then like douse them in truffle oil. Oh my god, dude, they were so good. And you know what I mean? I was like, and then I found out later they're like a Michelin star like chef that made them. Like, yeah, this I can, you know, it makes sense. This is Michelin star rated guy made these, because holy shit, they're so good. But yeah, like it wasn't like, oh my god, like Michelin star food, it's the best thing I ever ate in my entire life. But it was some damn good chips, man, let me tell you. They were some damn good chips, I'll tell you what. So yeah. But yeah, I like truffle stuff. But I've never eaten like raw truffles or anything, or like cooked truffles. Only just had like truffle oil, truffle flavored stuff. All right, cool. Let's make these. Actually, you know, if you don't mind, I think how do you want to? How should I do this? How many CDs do I have? Yeah, I think. You know, let me just do these last 4 CDs, and I think we'll call it there. Just because we're talking so much about food. I'm sorry, y'all. I made myself too hungry. I think we gotta call it. Just we can all go eat. It's too much food. I'm even looking at the screen right now. It's National Cherry Cobbler Day, dude. Too much food. Somehow, fair enough. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. I am too. Yeah, exactly. We should all go eat. All right. That's probably like 5 minutes. Let me just 5 more minutes. Anything else? And it's National Donut Week right now. Oh my lord. I had donuts in a little bit. I was craving a donut the other day. Like, I don't know, whenever I wake up at 7 in the morning, I'm like, yo, I must either eat a sausage egg McMuffin or a donut. My brain immediately is like, do it. You know, because I'm trying to like eat healthy too. I feel like I got freaking Emperor Palpatine in my head, just like, do it. Eat the donut. Do it. You know what I mean? Do it. We have cherries and fruit now. I should get some popcorn. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've never been a big cherries person. I think I'm always like bananas are probably my favorite fruit. But cherries, I don't know. Yeah, I wish I was into cherries, because cherries are pretty cool. And popcorn, that's my go-to. You can eat like an entire gallon of popcorn, be okay. But some of this might make a trip to Dunkin' in the morning this week. Hey, that's what's up, dude. You haven't been to Dunkin' in a minute. But every time I go to, I'm like, damn, I used to be you, cashier guy. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'd be so down to work for Dunkin' again, I'm not gonna lie. That job was actually kind of sick. I was just reminded me about the cherries as I brought them up low. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. No, that's nice. I'm glad to hear give you a quick reminder. Dun, 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 dun. Is there anything else? National Learn to Swim Day. No, everything else is pretty chill. American Craft Beer Week. National Law Week. Oop, ignore the me. Yeah, no worries. I was just reminded about the chairs. I brought them up. Yeah. Sick. Cool, let me put everything away and I think we'll call it. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hydrate? Yeah. Yeah, I have to drink so many of these. Google was like, yo, you gotta hydrate because you're so sunburned. And I was like, you right, Google, you right. Yes, I barely have, oh my god, I'm stumbling my words. But I barely have not enough melanin to not get sunburned, dude. Some of my aunts, I remember, like, they go to the pool and like, what sunscreen? Dang. My skin is weak. So yeah, I'm making a joke though. What's also cool too is just you get it when you least expect it. Yeah, no, for real. You really do. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh, it's International Virtual Assistance Day. Oh, I should have emailed Kimberly on Friday. I didn't know. Walk safely to school day, Lamau. Straw hat day. Oh, shades. That's what I was gonna talk about. Yeah. So what's cool is that I don't ever wear sunglasses really, just because I don't know why. I just don't. And but I get so many free ones from going to so many events over the years. I have like some of the sickest sunglasses. I have like some Adult Swim sunglasses. I have some PlayStation sunglasses. And I was so hyped to like wear them on the tubing thing because I was like, yo, I'm about to have my sick ass like Twitch sunglasses I got in the event that you can't buy anywhere. You know what I mean? And I forgot them. And I was like, damn. I was so excited to look cool. I forgot to put them on. I'm just so used to not wearing sunglasses. Damn. Versus one of these guys share your collection. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, future me when we watch the VOD. Share my sunglasses collection. Yeah, they're all inside my closet here. We'll have to go through them. I mean, I have a lot of cool ones, but they're not like, there's not like, oh my god, I got these like they're all like, man, they're just cheap event ones, but like some of them are like, you know, technically I have PlayStation sunglasses, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. I don't know. I think they're cool. So move this back over here. And then what are we doing for the thumbnail, you think? I'll do I had to clean something up here earlier. Hey, yeah, cheap can be cool, dude. I'll do the thumbnail with the Shopify award. I always feel so fucking dumb, dude. It's so cringe. Embrace the cringe. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna make some spaghetti. It was also kind of silly too, is like when I went to Sam's Club, I bought the spaghetti box. They had like all different kinds of spaghetti, so technically it's like macaroni elbow spaghetti. It's kind of dumb, but I was like, hey, you know, why not try it out? It's pasta. My favorite pair are cheap. I just like the shape. I think it's funny. Okay, I'm glad to hear it's funny, Roses. Thank you for letting me embrace the cringe. But yeah, I think, yeah, sometimes cheap, like sometimes they have a good shape to them. Like my Adult Swim glasses, they have a pretty nice shape to them. And oh, your prescription, sick. Yeah, prescription sunglasses are sick. I think my buddy had transition lenses when they went to the, what's it called? The tubing. And this video says you can be cringe, but you'll always be free. True, true. But yeah, I'll catch y'all around. Enjoy y'all's dinner. I think this video you're probably going to bed now. But yeah, see y'all Tuesday. You know, we can hang out again on Tuesday. Same old, same old. And yeah, see you on Tuesday. Oh, and real quick, Doom, Mid, MF. Your songs remind me of Ridge Racer's 2 OST. Oh, dude, I love the Ridge Racer OST. Thank you so much for stopping by, dude. Let me know. I appreciate it. We're just now wrapping up, but dude, I appreciate you stopping by, Doom. We'll be back Tuesday if you want to hang out. But thank you for the kind words on my I'm a Toons Ridge Racer again. Slaps. But yeah, catch you around Roses, catch you around Sky, catch you around King. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Subadeo. Yee. See you guys in the next one. But cool, yeah, see you Tuesday. I think that's everybody. Catch you around Pancorn if you're still listening. Catch you around Beyond Moo if you're still watching, reading manga with the wifey. And yeah, see you on Tuesday, y'all. All right, peace. Take it easy.